groups. And where's the other team?
Can y'all hear me? Check.
We're on. Are we on? Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Testing 1 2 3.
Pardon?
Is your output coming out?
What do you mean? I can hear everything.
You can hear.
You want to turn it back on? Turn it down? Oh, yeah. What about now? Good? All right. Yeah, it's actually live. Oh, okay.
We're still trying to work out some stuff.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Yo, Jay, I asked my niece would she be attending tonight's festivities, and she literally laughed.
Is your niece a senior?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
She laughed in my face.
Well, that's your sister's daughter, so, I mean, we know what's going down with that. Your sister never gave 3 shucks.
No, not at all. Are those the OU girls basketball team that are on the floor shooting?
Can I borrow your pen? I can only read stuff that's in my own handwriting.
I'm like that too. Why do you think I wrote out the questions just to make sure? If I get tripped up, I can always refer back to some notes. Yeah, I've been going to Ray Lambert's to get my beard lined up. I just told him I'm at a stage of my life where I'm not going to pay for that. I'm not going to try and do it myself anymore. I'm just going to pay somebody to do it. I still change my oil. Is that the OU girls basketball team?
That's what we basketball team.
Yeah, the high school girls might get that work. No, I'm just saying, like,
Mira.
You can tell because I can already see it. Like, they all have an intensity in their eyes that I don't know if these high school girls are even going to be able to match.
How tall are you?
Oh, I didn't tell you, Lou. So I was traveling somewhere like about a month ago, and in the airport I saw South Carolina, the women's team, their starting point guard, Raven Johnson. She's like almost 5'10".
And how tall are you? That's great.
Oh. Yeah, Raven Johnson, dude, is like 5'10", and she's a short one. When you watch the games on the floor, I'm like,
yeah. Okay, you with them? Okay, I can move it. That's right. Hold up. Okay. What color do you have? I'm entering the blue team. Hey, yo.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. She was doing shooting drills.
Are you on the live team? Okay. Give me your first name. Say it loud. Oh, Jeanette. Okay, last name? Your high school? G-triple-A. And your hometown, Atlanta?
Hey, coach.
And how tall are you?
Hey, coach.
5'3"? Got you. And what number are you? Got you. And your first name?
Jasmine, J-A-Z-M-I-N.
Last name?
Right? R-I-G-G.
High school?
Stratford High.
Stratford?
Yes.
I heard you the first time up. Better not be nasty. And what's your hometown? Got it. All right, and how tall are you?
5'10".
Excuse me, sir.
Got it.
I have a question. How do I know which team is which
So you're
on this list?
So you're on the blue team? Okay. Got you.
I don't know. I think this is Oakwood. This is senior.
All right. And which is wearing what?
This side's gonna be Oakwood, I think. Ask Woody though. Woody! He got questions. He got questions.
Hey, can you look at this list of people and tell me which one is Oakwood and which one is?
Well, they're all mixed together.
Oh.
For the girls, we're only doing senior for seniors or high school for high school.
Okay.
The guys is gonna be senior versus junior.
All right. How would I know which one is wearing blue and which one's wearing white? All right, thank you. Carly, can you call Coach Jacobs? Hey, Coach Jacobs! I got a question on these things, man. Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
I just need to know which one is which team, which one's blue, and which one, I guess the other ones are white. And I need the numbers. I don't have any numbers. You got the numbers, Carly? Huh?
I have numbers so far, yeah, for the players that are here.
Can I see your list? Can I see your list, Carly?
Huh?
Can I see your computer
Yeah.
so I can match the numbers? Thank you.
So the blue team is under the blue band. Hey, Jake, let me get that back to you. Let me get them while I can. I'll get back to you. Just say, hey.
I don't know. How am I supposed to call a game without no numbers, man? Every year we do this.
Are you guys, you know that you're on the white team for sure? All right, hold on. Coach, Jake. Jake.
I gotta have numbers. I gotta have numbers.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
I don't
the
usually
numbers.
complain, but I gotta have numbers to call the game.
Yeah, we get it.
We're gonna give you time. We're gonna give them.
Gotcha. I'm grabbing them as they get, but they're just grabbing.
Yes, sir. Okay. So I'll just wait until they write it down. So, Coach, last question. Can they give me a copy once they write it down? Because I gotta have the numbers for the call. So if they're writing it down.
I don't know when you get a copy from them. I thought you just write it down on this, the numbers on this.
But I'm saying I don't know who the players are. It's not like your team where I know who all the players are. How would I know that Angela Douglas's number is 0 or 1.
Well, I'm doing that here, and I'm gonna share it with you.
Okay. All right, we're good.
Because I've got their name, their number, their hometown, what school they go to.
No. I mean, unless they just want us to just be saying, "Oh, that girl had a nice move."
3 minutes left. We're not going to have it in 3 minutes.
But is it
I mean, nobody watches the girls' game anyway. I'm sorry.
Out.
Wow.
And she hurt him.
Hey man, it's not my fault. I'm trying to.
Low key.
This is not. How you going to send somebody to law school? You can't.
You have not worked for them for almost a year now.
Oh, delay.
Showing love to y'all on the university team. But I'm going to tell you right now, we not about to leave this thing the way we came here. Like, we going to have some fun tonight. I want to let y'all know, no matter where you're from,
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right. The camera's not going to be on us though, is it? I thought the camera's not going to be on us, is it? Huh?
Welcome. It's all you got.
But the camera's not on us. Oh, I didn't know that. Why? All right.
Hey, as long as that's dog stuff.
Really? He's tall. Now I'm sure he should be able to dunk with his dad. That was nice.
That was nice. Low key. He could hoop. Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2.
For the record, if he didn't invite me, I still would not see me.
Where to go?
With your mother this weekend. I think so. I don't know. They just handed it to me. Oh, Tyler.
Check 1 2. It's mine, yes.
Huh? At least to say hi. Audrey, this past week was not the kind of week I needed.
It's okay, Jay Thomas says that that's okay. That's who they are. And I told them with their numbers. Need something else, let me know. I'm going to say this. All right, thank you.
Solid citizen. think we're ready to get started, man.
Carlin really wants us to get the numbers for the young ladies. But he's typing it on his Excel spreadsheet. Now, unless he's going to send that to us,
I'm going to ask him to.
I don't really understand what's happening.
At the end of the day, again, it's just Oakwood, man. It's just I'm not gonna, you know. I like to be professional. I mean, we're on Sirius satellite radio for the good Lord's sake, but I'm gonna let my blood pressure go down a little bit and just enjoy the show. But for the record, we tried. We did the best that we could. Be professional.
For me? Supposedly, but I feel like they're about to abbreviate the girls' game because that's what they always do.
Yeah, the girls always get the short end of the stick, which is unfair because the lady ambassadors are much more proficient.
They are
in getting the ball in the hole than the men.
Yes, the lady ambassadors are actually kind of
coming off a 1-in-28 season, actually.
Like, first of all, is the Lion of Judah still at Oakwood?
The Lion of Judah is no longer at Oakwood. The Lion of Judah graduated.
The problem the problem is that, like,
and I'm sure he's very successful and doing very well in his young life.
I just hate that his last year.
I assume that he has nightmares
about that 1-in-28
of getting pieced constantly.
It almost would have been better to go 0-20
at reunions, but
absolutely.
We are excited to be part of the Oakwood Ambassadors Radio Network, and we'll be continuing limited coverage of the Ambassadors. We will not be covering 10 games this year because I am not a masochist.
Yeah, that's a little bit much.
But we will cover the Fisk game, and we will probably cover the A&M game.
Kenny Anderson's not at Fisk anymore, is he?
No, Kenny Anderson's gone. No. Hey, Carlin.
We about to get started. Ready? Mic'd up?
Fab, are we live?
Did he say no?
He just looked at me. I don't know.
Listen, we're trying our best here.
It's hard to believe that this is better than
I'll say before, I don't know if we're live or not, so I'm going to make sure that I'm keeping it PG. I will say as we're getting started, it's always a pleasure to be here broadcasting on the Oakwood Ambassadors Radio Network. My name is James Lewis. I'm accompanied by Gian Alexis and Carlin Alfred. We are the voices of the Oakwood Ambassadors men's and women's basketball team. Coming off a 1-in-28 season. But it is always exciting to be here with you two gentlemen and enjoying our time. We're trying to get names of the players. We're at OU Live. We have the white team versus the blue team. My understanding is this is ladies basketball. It is intermingled, so this is not high school versus the college team.
Yes, it seems as though they've split some of the lady ambassadors onto the blue and white teams, and then commingled that with high school teams.
It's an exhibition. We are here at Bob Clemens High School in Madison, Alabama.
James Clemens.
Getting into a larger venue from previous years. Fab, can you let me know? Can someone let me know if basketball here at Oakwood Live. Oakwood Live, Gian, brings back a lot of memories for all of us. I think Colin was talking about. It's funny that Colin has a son who's a junior in high school. You have a daughter that will be in high school before you know it. It's a lot closer to when I remember her being a baby, my goddaughter. And we were talking about sleeping on the floor. It was called college days back then, and sleeping on the floor and the experience. As we get started with the women's basketball game, and we're still getting the numbers together. We're about to have opening prayer. What are some of your experiences that you remember? As all of us here calling the game are Oakwood alums. I'm class of 2001. What are some of your memories coming down from Pine Forge, putting on the Pine Forge sweater, and staying?
Yes.
What are some of your remembers?
I actually did stay in your room.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
I mean, it was a good experience, but it really didn't take a lot of convincing for me in terms of my choice to come to school here. I was already pretty committed to Oakwood, as you would say, right? But I loved it. Even the sleeping in sleeping bags on the floor. I loved every part of the experience. I just wanted to know what Oakwood was like from somebody I felt was, at the time was like one of my best friends. He still is, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, did I get demoted in the power rankings?
Yeah, did I get demoted? I'm not like Dion, but but the point is that it was good to hear from your perspective, you and your roommate, like what college was like to you guys. And
what was it like in your days with black and white televisions being at OU Live when it was called College Days?
So you're laughing, but when I came down in the fall of '88, because I graduated in '89, I stayed in Thad Lee's room.
All right, Thad Lee, shout out to Thad Lee.
Yeah, from Benton Harbor, Michigan.
Are you a Zag?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. So I played for Thad Lee, was my coach at Ephesus basketball in Columbus, Ohio. So I know. I know Thad very well.
We had let's just say we had a great. Me, Edward Woods III, had a great time in Thad's room.
Thad's a good time.
Thad's a real good time. And his computer that he was working on actually had the brown screen with the orange.
Oh, nice. So that's the analog.
Yeah. So we talked about it being older, but that was the old days. And so we did sleep on the floor in sleeping bags. Never thought twice about it, man. Yeah. Fell in love with the place, just on that alone, man.
And one of the things that I love, and we want to thank the university, Oakwood University, for allowing us not just to broadcast the games, but to be a part of the recruitment efforts here at Oakwood. Gian and I have been doing games with Avid Sports Network, Land State Radio Network for a decade now. We've been doing this for 10 years. The opportunity to not just call the game and celebrate the talent, our athletic talent, but also to promote Oakwood and talk about enrollment. What can we do as alums? What can we do to support our alma mater? And I think we'll have people dropping in throughout the night to talk about enrollment and how we can continue to the great legacy of Oakwood University.
Absolutely. And I count it a privilege, to be honest, to be able to help in this enrollment and recruitment process.
I agree.
It's vital. Like, Oakwood has to stay here. And so whatever I can do to kind of help assist them or aid them in this effort, I'm more than happy to do.
Right.
And I think all three of us feel like we're very proud alums.
Absolutely.
And speaking of that, my father, who teaches at Oakwood, wanted to know if you're going to use your position of power at the Mariah Group to perhaps carve out an internship for some of his senior level accountants. So I'm asking you to put your money where your mouth is. He and Alexis is a very powerful individual. So I think all of us, beyond just, I'm looking to get people set up with health care within the Blue Cross Blue Shield Network, which is, where my partnerships are. Colin basically works for a third of what he would make elsewhere. So he's doing enough already. But what can we all do? And that's going to be the theme tonight. What can we do as alums to actually boost the school, and not just enrollment, but make Oakwood a better place so that individuals, Gian and I came up through the business department. So how can we put our arms around young business students so that they'll be prepared to have success once they exit Oakwood?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that people have forgotten about, and it isn't just indigenous to Oakwood, it's for all higher ed, is internships. Right? A lot of people, like when I was coming up, internships was your way into a job. Right? It was the test waters. But it was also them testing you out. Because we need some entry-level people in this area, and how are we really going to know if they are going to pan out or not without having to go down the road and it not work out? And so the more businesses, the more people, alums, who own their own businesses, who are influential in hiring practices that can form internships, right? And a lot of times this stuff can be offset, so you don't have to worry about paying somebody. A lot of young people are like, I want to get paid for an internship. There's a lot of partnerships that you can partner with in order to fund internships. All they want to know is that your enterprise is open to actually hosting a young person. And I think if alum focus more on that, we'll get
what I'm doing, Colin, is I've recently started to kind of reach out locally to expand my network of finance and accounting professionals, right?
That's awesome.
And I say that too because I might be able to have 2 students intern, right?
Okay.
But if I expand my network, I'm trying to think of how can I talk and build enough of a rapport where we are like, look, hey, call my guy. Right. You know what I mean? And so, because James and I know that's literally how a lot of people get jobs, right? Yeah. Just factually. So, like the job I have now is because someone was like, well, I know somebody that knows finance and accounting.
Absolutely.
His name is Ian Alexis.
Right.
And so, trying to network to help build and create that pipeline with as many people as I can. That works.
No, and I think that's important. And as we sit here, we're here. Oakwood has a very spiritual element. There are a lot of fantastic things that Oakwood offers that's important. The service today was talking about you finding your mate here, and those are wonderful things. We want to make sure we have a strong academic program as well, and that we have alums that are helping people that come out of the school to have opportunities to build wealth and to build relationships and to pursue their careers.
Yep.
So there's nothing wrong. You can find your husband and your wife here. There's nothing wrong with getting a M in the bank as well, though. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. It's a well-rounded win if you can find your mate, your calling, and your vocation.
Absolutely. So we're about to start the festivities here. This game will be a showcase for women's basketball, and I got to give a shout out to the Lady Ambassadors team, who had a pretty strong season last year, their second year in the Gulf Coast Athletic Conference, and there's a lot of buzz around the women's team coming into this year, and we're looking forward to covering both the men's and women's basketball team at Oakwood University this year.
Absolutely. I actually love watching, the games that we called before, James.
Right.
We see the men's game, but we see the women. What I always have loved, let's not talk about the 1-28 season from the men, but the women, they had a level of intensity that to me I never saw on the men's side, to be fair.
Right.
They take it serious. They are serious about it. They're trying to win every game. They fight hard for every possession.
Right.
And it's inspiring to see.
Well, I would dare say that the women at Oakwood, the Lady Ambassadors, have a leg up on. Yeah, you look at when they hit the floor. There's I don't know what the recruiting was like or whatever, but they walk in the door with a slight advantage because it looks like they're working on game strategy versus individual skill. Right.
No, absolutely.
And if you're out listening to this broadcast and you are a young man and you're 6'2" and can dunk a basketball, come to Oakwood.
Right.
There's an immediate spot on the roster where you don't even have to try out. Like, just show up and get in the layup line.
Right.
We have both teams coming out on the court. For the blue team, I'm trying to get the numbers on the back because I see number 2 Kendra Mine. I see number 3 Kennedy Rowe, and we're trying to find out some of the rest of these people. Joanna Caldwell. Yep. We'll get the positions forthcoming.
Casanoka.
And then the white team coming out, I see Jasmine Wright. I see number 11, Ayana. I don't have Ayana's last name. Anyone have Ayana's last name? Simmons.
From Crawford Adventist Academy, Toronto, Ontario in the house.
That means that she's Sean Simmons' daughter, most likely. She's Rosie Mann's daughter.
It's got to be.
Unbelievable.
Or something close.
Or something very close.
So we have tip-off. On a tip-off is Taboo number 5 for an easy layup immediately. Joanna Caldwell with the first basket.
And Joanna Caldwell is the daughter of the CFO of Oakwood University, Gail Caldwell.
Okay. Very nice call out there. I'm trying to still get my bearings. White team with the ball. Down inside to number 3, Jasmine Wright. And there's a steal with the blue team on a fast break. And they're out of bounds. Ladies blue, moving on your screen left to right. That was a walk that was missed. Kendra Mine setting up at the top. White team in a 2-3 zone. Kendra Mine moving right. Passing to the low post. And it is stolen. And then stolen again. And then we have a tie-up. White ball. Always a lot of jitters early in these games, Colin.
Yeah.
You're playing in front of a lot of people. You're excited. Kind of a backdoor layup opportunity, but smacked away
by number 3, Kennedy Rowe.
By the blue team, Kennedy Rowe with the block party, and everybody is invited.
Yeah. The 6-footer out of Oakland, California.
Right. I asked her before the game, I said, are you going to cut?
So I made a mistake. She was actually called for a foul. I didn't think that was a foul. I thought that was all ball.
It was clearly all ball.
But you have a young lady at the line. I'm not able to see her number because of her braids.
That is a situation these days.
First shot missed. It looks like number 15 for Team White, who is Charity Jarman, misses the first free throw front rim.
I just want to point out that was not a foul.
Second free throw. Also missed, rebounded by Team Blue. Team Blue moving up the court, left to right. Kendra Mine passing it and throws it away for a turnover. Ball going in the direction of Team White. What do you see so far, Gia?
So far, I feel like both teams they got to get the jitters out of them. Because they're making mistakes that, to me, should not be made. But I feel like the white team is starting to settle in. They're starting to call plays, which is good.
Talia McCray on the left wing. Ball is stolen by number 0, Rihanna Burkett, who misses a layup, hits her own rebound, and puts it in. Excellent rebound, stays with it. A little bit of Angel Reese action.
Yes.
Missing a shot and getting her own layup. 4-0.
Are we pushing that narrative? Are we pushing that?
Well, I mean, that's just part of the game. She's a phenomenal player, but she's shooting 38% from 2 feet in. I mean, those are just facts.
The reality
doesn't mean that she's not a great player.
She really might be. Angel Reese might be the best rebounder the WNBA has ever seen.
Phenomenal. Beautiful move. That one was actually a foul, but beautiful move to the basket by number 3, Jasmine Wright. And a block by Kennedy Rowe, which really, in my opinion, is her second block of the early game. So Kennedy Rowe is
more contact on this block than there was the first
Kennedy
one.
Rowe already establishing herself as a superlative defensive player. Yeah. Inbound, almost stolen, and then off of number 15, Charity Jarman. I thought it was off of her.
It clearly was.
We have some discrepancies in the referee.
We're gonna have that tonight.
We're gonna find blue, but it was off.
Team White. Oh, cookies taken. Number 5, and a little bit of aggression there. I like it.
It's a foul.
There's a lot of missed whistles here.
3-point shot missed. Rebounded by number 10. Okay. Number 0, Brianna Burkett. Doing a little hop step. Passes it out. Wide open 3. Missed back rib. Rebounded by Team White. Team White moving right to left. Pushing the ball up the court. Number 3, Jasmine Wright. Setting up in the corner. Number 2, Talia McCray. Misses the shot. Rebounded by number 15, Charity Jarman. Also misses the shot. Team Blue with the fast break. Miracle Casanova. Turnover. Now you have a 3-on-2 fast break for Team White. All the way to the basket. Oh, the spin move. Beautiful spin move. Shot missed, but rebound by Team White. And back in, Team White trails 2-4. Team Blue. Talia McCray getting it in to Jasmine. Excuse me, I have the wrong names there. A cherry pick, Team White, and a foul on number 11, Ayanna Simmons. And she will go to the line for 2 shots.
That was definitely raked across the arms.
And you see the coach from Team Blue calling for a timeout. One thing that I'm noticing is that these ladies are getting tired because this is not playing at Oakwood Academy.
No, this is a regulation. This is a regulation court.
You got to be in. Score remains 4-3 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to be exact.
Very low scoring game by the ladies.
High spirited, lots of defense though.
Yes.
Defensive and physical. I feel that the Oakwood's women's brand of basketball is much more physical than the men's brand.
Absolutely.
It is. Absolutely.
I don't even. And I like that. I like that about the Lady A's. They're not playing around. Team Blue setting up their offense on the right wing, down the right corner, and the ball going back to Team Blue.
It seems Team Blue is struggling with the zone defense that Team White is playing.
Team Blue in the corner. There's potential. Everybody's calling for a travel. There's a jump ball, and I can't see the possession arrow from the angle where we're broadcasting the game.
It looks like it's still Blue.
What's the call in a rugby game when they get to a scrum? Because I feel like that would have been the appropriate call.
Let's see.
Team Blue on the inbound. Inbounds it to number 3. Kennedy Rowe, who misses a shot, and Team White Is now trying to pull a fast break. Number 4, London Bryant, passing it into the corner, setting up the offense. Oh, very nice back inside move. Rebound by number 21, but then tipped away and back to Team Blue. Now Team Blue trying to push for a fast break. Number 10, Brooklyn Dublin. To the high post. Back to number 10. A potential steal and a hustle play.
Good hustle.
Fantastic hustle play by Kalia Robinson.
Yeah, she had the hands up, but they also kind of telegraphed that pass.
Right.
So got to do a little bit better.
Inbound to the top of the key. Kamari Colbert going left. She's obviously left-handed. Looking for a pick. Oh, throws a cross-body pass of Brett Favre. And it is, a very nice move by number 15, Charity Jarman, but she misses the layup. The score remains 4-3 after the first 7 minutes of play with 58 seconds left.
That was a great rebound just now by Brooklyn Dublin. The problem is she spun right into a double team.
She did. But fantastic hustle.
Coming in, we got Rihanna Burkett.
We have a very nice crowd here, probably about 2,500 people this evening.
Easily.
At Bob Clements High School here in Madison, Alabama. Home of Gian Alexis, and Gian Alexis is tax dollar.
Factually true.
Which are significant. I won't brag on my brother.
That's a good bracket. That's a good bracket to be in.
They should call this Gian Alexis Gymnasium. 3-point shot. I thought that was going in from number 15, Charity Jarman, but she misses back rim. Rebounded by Colbert. And you have a scrum on the floor. Number 10 steps away with the ball. Brooklyn Dublin, but misses a scoop layup. Now you have a 2-on-3 fast break, Team White. Number 10 with the hissy. Trying to hit her with the hissy move.
Wow.
I like that. Kalia Robinson, a little mini hissy.
Attack the basket. I didn't expect that from her.
I didn't expect that either.
I thought she was going to try and pull it back out.
At my age, I can't do that move. That would be an immediate Achilles tear. I don't have the Achilles structure to do where you tilt back and then you go forward. I can't do that. This is the first free throw.
I need to get in a straight line from the parking lot to the building. I can't go side to side.
Second free throw. Good form. Misses back rim. Rebounded by Team Blue. 18 seconds left. Team Blue going up court. On the left wing. Takes it to the basket. Misses the shot. Calling for a foul. Does not get the foul. And that was number 2, Kendra Mine. A little bit of Devin Booker in her. When you don't get the foul, you got to get back and play defense.
Right.
Yeah.
2 seconds. And not quite enough awareness to get a shot up. I saw Devin Booker literally cost the Phoenix Suns a championship by yelling at refs because he didn't get calls and getting in his feelings. And as a former Phoenix Suns season ticket holder, that did not sit well with me.
Being that you were a former ticket holder, did you ever see the video where he got upset with the open run where they were double teaming him in the workouts? And he said, "This is not the regular season. Don't double team me."
Yeah, right.
How'd that work out for him?
That was Julian Prophet just walked by. Was it? I thought that he wasn't here anymore. I thought that he had graduated.
He did. I was at graduation.
Oh, okay.
He did graduate.
The Lion of Judah is in the building. We're gonna see if we can get an interview with the Lion of Judah. So is he a grad student? Is he?
No, he may have just come back. We'll find out. He may have just come back. It's like I've seen a lot of people here.
It's like when Warren Sapp would come back to Miami games and Michael Irvin and all of those guys.
Absolutely.
Benny Blades and Al Blades.
Myron Edmonds said at one of the chapels that he preached at for OU Live that his daughter goes to Kent State because they have a fashion design program, Oakwood.
Oh, wow, man.
So you know what she does? She comes to OU Live every year to get her Oakwood experience. So, I mean, I see faces here that I know I saw walked across the stage at graduation. I was at graduation. I know.
Well, Julian Prophet, the Lion of Judah, was the leading scorer for the Oakwood Ambassadors last year. And although we had a very unfortunate 1-28 season, Jude Prophet had about 5 or 6 highlights where he bammed on somebody.
Yes.
So if you're gonna lose, and at least he dunked on Alabama A&M one year.
So he just came over.
He actually dunked on someone. Remember the year we covered the A&M game? He dunked on someone and dunked them into the front row.
Yes, he did.
This brother has some highlights on his reel.
Just confirmed he's one of the guest coaches. That's why he's back.
Fantastic.
He just came over.
Shout out to Gene Prophet. Bucket for Omariana Grant. Taking the score to 5-4. So Team White now in the lead. Team Blue.
She had 4 of their 6 points. So
Team White setting their offense. Team Blue also in the 2-3 zone. And another steal. You got a 3-on-2 fast break. Pass to number 1. The layup missed by Miracle Casanova. And a steal from Team Blue. 3-on-1 fast break. This one is going in. Very nice pass. Brooklyn Dublin with the wraparound at the finish. 10-5 is the score.
if White don't start scoring, this game could get out of hand because it seems Blue seems to be
get a
little focused now.
A little ugly quickly. Team Blue with the inbound, moving left to right. We are at OU Live in Madison, Alabama at Clemens High School. The bank is open. And we have some issues with the score. That is the first Alcoa Wireless three-point basket of the season. Hit by Kendra Mine. Team White in their offense, trying to get it into the low post. Stolen by Team Blue. Pushing up the court. Miracle Casanova, Lily Hustler, takes it to the basket. And she is fouled. Crashing in. Now you know you have a good gym gear when you have the removable portable baskets. We did not have those in Pine Forge. This is at Pine Forge, she would have taken a header right into the stage. Yeah. And it would have been concussion time.
It's the benefit of playing in well, shall we say,
but we had a very well-funded facility.
Yeah.
And she will go to the line for 2 shots. First shot, back rim, miss. Food insufficient. Join us at US Hunger to learn about our many volunteer projects and become a hunger hero today. Go to www.ushunger.org.
That's a partnership I know you've had for a while.
It's been almost 5 years now.
Yeah.
Rocking US Hunger.
I was going to guess that. I thought it was around 5 years.
Yeah, it's been 5 years. Yeah. The time has really flown by.
And how long have you been in radio, James?
I have been on the radio since 2014, so it's been 10 years.
Wow.
It's been 10 years, man.
It's a decade.
8 years, 8.5 official. You know, the first year and a half I was just podcasting.
But that counts now. I mean,
that didn't count now. It didn't count then.
It does now.
It didn't count then, though. But, you know, I've been on ESPN since 2016. And, you know, I've always been affiliated with either ESPN, Bloomberg, or NBC Sports Radio, and now Sirius XM. So God has been very good to be in my team. And I would not be here without you two gentlemen.
Yeah.
Team Blue moving left to right, setting up their offense into the low post. Back out to Casanova. Misses the three-pointer back rim. There's a scrum on the floor. I must take some time to congratulate publicly the Michigan Wolverines on their national championship in football last year. We haven't gotten together since last season, and I have to show your part. I have to show respect. Though we have a breakaway layup for Team White missed. But I have to show respect for Ann Arbor Community College.
I knew it.
And actually,
it was too good to be true. Too good to be true.
I have to show respect.
This is individual growth on your part. I'm
just saying. If you win a championship, you win. I mean, you beat Ohio State 3 years in a row. You better team.
Look at what all we
have. You got better coaches, better cheerleaders,
and
better fight song, better stadium, all of that stuff. A backcourt, which is a awareness 101 issue for Team White. Not one of the better moments of this game. Team Blue setting up.
And referring to college football, are we allowed to discuss the monumental happening of today?
I don't have a problem with it. Kamari Colbert with a nice pass, little hop step by number 4, Amoya Taylor, missing the shot. And now you have a fast break, a 2-on-2 fast break. Number 3, White takes it in. She got fouled. They got away with it. That's Jasmine Wright, who definitely got fouled. There was definitely malfeasance.
Absolutely.
That was not called, but the rebound
foul was clearly not called.
The rebound by
I don't
London
expect
Bryant.
much from the officiating tonight. I really don't. And I'll say it out loud. I'll text Coach Jake right now.
I don't want to get fined by the league, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about officiating. Somebody asked Raheem Morris about some bad calls a couple weeks ago, and his answer, he was like, "Man, I like my money."
Yeah.
I was like, "That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about."
That's a man about business.
That's a man standard on business, Carly. He said, you're not getting in my pockets today. No, sir. Oh, very nice pass on the fast break. Number 11, Ayanna Simmons couldn't get her bearings. Team White with the ball outside. Jab step, top of the key. Number 15.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Charity Jarkin. That is the second Alfco Wireless 3-point basket of the game in season. Team White. Ladies are a little bit tired. Number 4 taking it all the way to the bucket, but stopping her dribble. London Bryant. Now you have some substitutions coming in. I will say that number 5 for Team Blue is very aggressive, the way she goes to the basket. Her and Miracle Casanova.
Yeah, Joanna.
They are not playing games.
And I'm gonna make this observation. So I
playing
work
games.
I work with Gail Caldwell, the CFO.
Another 3-point basket. Right off the bench. I'll have to get the name. Immediate heat check 3.
That's Angelique. All right, Angelique Durant.
Tarantula.
From Toronto, Ontario.
Immediately checks in and buries it. You gotta get the ball back to her. Number 11, nice move to the basket, the scoop shot. Almost went in, rebounded by number 23, Colbert. Dribbling up the court, taking it all the way to the rack by herself, left-handed. Misses the shot, back rim. Rebounded by Team White. One woman fast break. Jasmine Wright, now she pulls up to the top of the key, setting up the offense. Pass it to number 15.
He checked.
Misses the shot. That was a good-looking 3, though. I thought that was Charity Jarkin. She's got a nice little stroke. Oh, number 10, she tried to go around the back, but got her pocket pick. One fast break and missed.
Got to use the glass. That was a pretty
fundamental lay. Yes, I agree with you, Carly.
But Charity Jarkin with the cookies. And a nice scoop shot.
It's Kendra Myrie.
A nice scoop shot for Team Blue. Hopefully Kendra Myrie extended the lead from 15 to 11.
Huh? Kendra Myrie that just made the basket.
Yeah.
Is that Client Myrie's daughter?
I am not sure, but she needs to come to Oakwood.
Right. Well, you said she plays at Sparkly, so she does. Right. And a stolen and a crossover. And the one. Ayanna Simmons picked the pocket, crossed her up, and made the layup in the and one. We call that the quadfecta.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it'd be the quadfecta if she makes the.
And what I loved about it was she pulled her back out, and then as soon as she sleep, they're just like, boom, I'm gone.
Hit her with it.
Game is starting to heat up.
They're getting their
Really throw good. 14 to 15. We have a game. Team Blue setting up their offense. Top of the key. Colbert for the long 3. Air ball. That looked kind of good from this angle.
It didn't.
From mine.
I saw it clearly offline. The moment left her hand.
Yeah. He's got a worse angle than we do.
That's true. I'm just saying. I was like, when she pulled it, I was like,
I'm getting old. My vision's not what it used to be.
Well, she
powerful.
pulled like she just had the ultimate green light. Like she didn't even try to set up any type of offense.
But I like that. I like that. That's what I tell my son all the time. If the coach is going to bench you for shooting, he probably won't last very long. Right. Shoot the ball. You can't make it if you don't shoot it.
I hear that. I was only on the court to rebound. Top of the key, number 3, setting up the offense back. She was set with 10. She had a good set. Kalia Robinson misses the shot, rebounded. Baseline. Baseline doing work too much. Ball stolen by Team Blue. And Team Blue setting up their offense. Actually, they found a backdoor and a layup opportunity, and the layup is good, extending the lead to 17-14. That was number 23, Colbert.
And another nice set and initiation from Kendra Myrie. She just needs to take the role of being the lead guard when she's on the floor.
Absolutely. Number 2, long 3, missed, but rebounded by Team White and stolen again. Fast break, 2-on-2. Kennedy Mine tries to go to the rack. I thought she might have been fouled.
I don't think
look at the aggressive defense, a little behind the back, but stolen. Might have been a kick ball that wasn't called. Number 10 with a nice move. Brooklyn Dublin with a nice move to the basket.
I think
and the
Myra
ball's going
was trying to pass it to Dublin.
I see a little bit of Dipsy do in the ball handling. Some really good ball handling skills. Oh, this ball thrown away. You got to dunk that. You got to dunk that. Wide open. Number 11, Ayanna Simmons with the breakaway layup.
Ayanna Simmons working on a game here. She's got 8 points.
She's
8 of the 14.
She's out here hooping.
8 of the 16 points.
I like it. 10 seconds left. Team White trying to set something up. Number 10. Over the jab step. And she misses the shot. A very spirited second quarter for the game. Both Team White and Team Blue really settling in and starting to get some good shots. I just see the reoccurrence, and I'm not one to talk, but this is a big court. This is not playing at Oakwood Academy. This is
you and I had that conversation.
We did have that conversation. And you set me 100% straight.
Halftime looks like you got 2 clear leaders. You got Kendra Myrie, Sparkman High School in Huntsville, Alabama, on the blue team with 7 points. And then for the white team, as we pointed out, Ayanna Simmons, Crawford Adventist Academy, Toronto, Ontario, 8 points. She's got half of the...
Has to be related to Sean Simmons.
Shout out to my man Kevin Cameron.
Got to.
Shout out to Kevin Cameron. Crawford SDA. I had a lot of good friends from Crawford. They had some hoopers that come down from Toronto. With the people from Toronto always had beautiful leather coats.
I will tell
always
you,
very jealous.
I used to just remember how
the leather coats.
Kevin Cameron used to say like Pine Forge was lucky that they did not have to play Crawford.
Right. I don't know about that. Let's not get crazy with it.
I'm just saying. He used to say he would have served some people.
Let's not get crazy with it. He would have served, but we played for Chris Fielder now. It could have been thrash work. It could have been ugly. we were going full court press. So he's gonna need more than Kevin Cameron bringing the ball up the court. No disrespect. Chris Fielder, who shout out to Chris Fielder, our mentor in basketball, who retired.
Yes,
after a very long career at D Pine Forge Academy. Shout out to him. But he was a savage on the court. Yeah. Very laid back as a history teacher, but on the court was not a nice person. No, he's not a Christian. And he taught us to play in a very similar fashion. So. I've seen Carlin coach. Carlin's very laid back when he's announcing games, but I've seen Carlin coach and put the press on some of those poor children of Caucasian descent at White House, and he continued to put the press on up 40 points in the fourth quarter.
Sounds like an indictment on my character.
No, I don't know about that. I mean, it's
I personally believe in pressing until the end. Like, if you don't want me to press, forfeit.
Hey, man, Talladega didn't go easy on Oakwood last year, and they beat us by 50 in our own gym. Yeah, they brought their guys 6'8" off the bench, hitting 3 threes and getting an alley-oop. I was like, where do you find these brothers?
Man. I mean, He can't.
How can we get an NIL pipeline? Well, I think that they were just.
Yeah, I think they were. That was something.
But I'm very curious as we get into that discussion. I'm curious to see what the Oakwood ambassadors are going to be for this year. We have Pastor Edwards coming in. Are we set to interview you now, sir?
I think he's handling business.
Oh, okay.
There's been some changes in the Gulf Coast Conference. We're talking about the NAIA. The legend Kenny Anderson in my town, Nashville, is gone.
Is he coaching somewhere else? Is he just out of the business?
He's out for now.
He's out for now.
They hired
Well, Frisco only won like 7 or 8 games last year.
Yeah, but it was 7 or 8 more than we did. So Jeremiah Crutcher is the new head coach from Whites Creek, former NCFL player from the Nashville Christian Fellowship League.
All right.
He's on a hot streak. Last year, he took Whites Creek High School to the state championship. RA. One of the young men, the point guard, Tyrone Robertson, who he signed away from Oakwood. Tyrone was here for our alumni weekend, put up 29 points in the recruiting game.
All right.
Somehow Fisk got him. He's here tonight somewhere
Not
at the gym.
a lot of defense played in those games.
Yeah, true. But he was Tyrone was the number 5 scorer in Metro.
29 points though.
Yeah. But they're.
I mean, I'm hoping that Fisk is because I think the issue for Fisk in the limited conversation I had with Kenny Anderson was, to be fair, he was such a talent.
Right.
And I think he struggled with, like, I'm telling you guys what to do. Right. And I was saying to him, I was like, I don't think it's that they don't hear you. I just don't think they're not as talented as you were.
They can't do it. Right? I'm gonna need you to split these 2 defenders here.
Right.
And I need you to see your man coming from the weak side and then hit him.
Kenny Anderson, if you're young and you're listening to us on OU Live, Kenny Anderson was in the same class as Shaquille O'Neal. And he was the number 1 ranked player in that high school.
Absolutely, and absolutely deserved it.
They said that you're better than this 7'2" guy that's 300 pounds. That you're the better player.
Yeah.
So
that's back when New York
was a bad boy.
That's back when New York was a point guard factory.
Bad boy.
Yeah.
And I remember the years because I tell people, growing up in New York, seeing Kenny Anderson on the Nets with Derek Coleman.
Yes. DC,
and so I try to explain that, I think that's what Kenny's problem was. It's like he knows that he could do amazing things.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, but you have to also understand the guys that you have, they are not you.
Right.
They're not a 5-star recruit that would be ranked 99.
He's from Coney Island too.
Yeah, he's from Coney Island.
Yeah.
He's from Coney Island. So what's crazy about this is what we're witnessing in Colorado with Coach Prime. Yeah. He actually has somebody that he can tell.
We just can't go a show without a Coach Prime reference.
He actually has expectations on Travis Hunter that you can't put on a normal human being, right?
And if it's a 1-possession game, you're going to lose 3 out of 4 times because they're the best players.
Absolutely. And really, in college football, that's all you want is a chance.
And that's right. That's all.
You see all these disparities. You see teams blowing other teams out. The teams that are losing right now, like Florida State, right? Florida, Billy Napier. When they get the ball back, you don't feel like they have a chance.
Well, they got DJ Uiagalelei, so he's terrible.
Well, but to your point, if one of the best players on the field is your quarterback,
right,
you've got a chance.
Well, and not just on the field, but in college football.
Yeah, period.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's just call it what it is. Shador is literally one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Top 10 prospects.
So when he's on the field,
right,
and that game, there was a couple games they should have clearly lost. And I watched them, and I'm confused, and then I'm like, wait, what is happening?
Well, you know what? Everybody else has stumbled except for Cam Ward. I mean, if you want to throw Jackson Dart in there or whatever, well, they stumbled too. So think about it. Beck stumbled, right? Milroe clearly has stumbled today. Cam Ward stumbled. The only person that really has it, and I mean, you could call Nebraska what it was, but he threw for yards.
They beat Vanderbilt 59-0 the last time they played in Nashville. That gap has been closed immediately.
Man. And here we are in Alabamaville.
Yeah,
I know there's some hurt hearts walking around.
I'm very excited. I think that puts, I've said over and over, Ohio State's going to win the national championship this year. Ohio State is the best team, and they're loaded like Michigan. They got a bunch of 24-year-olds that stayed their extra COVID year of eligibility. But it is exciting with the college football playoff. You have more teams that are going to be eligible. So Alabama losing to Vanderbilt would usually exclude you from that opportunity. But there's still games. Ohio State plays Oregon next week.
Yep,
that could be a loss. Even though I think Ohio State's the best team, they got to play at Autzen Stadium.
Tough place. Tough place to play.
Georgia still has to go to Texas. That's going to be a tough game. Georgia still has to go to Tennessee. That's,
Don't
and
count them
Alabama have to go to Tennessee.
Don't count out Tennessee.
That's going to be a lot of fantastic football. I think the SEC, they're all going to have 2 losses. I mean, it's just – but what we're seeing is, you know, the SEC and the Big Ten actually have some meetings set up in the next few weeks going into the holiday season. They're going to be the AFC and the NFC of college football.
Absolutely.
And we're not – I think we need to start – unprogramming ourselves to assume that you have to go 15-0 or 14-0. You're going to see teams that are 10-3 that get into the playoffs, and they're like the Pittsburgh Steelers, you know, the Jerome Bettis years, you know, Giants, Gein's teams. Giants never with Eli, they were never a 13-3 team. They were barely getting to the playoffs, but they were built for the playoffs. Teams like Michigan, even your guys now, they're built for the playoffs. I wouldn't want to play Orgy, and for those, I'm talking about ORJI. I'm not talking about Diddy. I'm not talking about any of the stuff that Pastor Snell was speaking against.
Myron Edmonds
in this sermon today.
Myron Edmonds.
But I'm talking about their quarterback. I don't want to play him in that running game in December. Nope. Now on a fast turf, you're gonna get
when
to
the weather's good.
But you playing them in the snow, you don't want to see that. You don't want that.
Nah.
I have a lot of respect for Michigan.
Yep.
Because they're going to run for 300 yards. They're going to pass for 60 yards. But in the snow, that's probably going to work. So,
it's Big Ten football.
I think with the playoff, it keeps more people in. We've seen the NFL. You remember in the old days, NFL only had 5 teams that made the playoffs on each conference.
Right.
And they've expanded because what it does, and in baseball, you know, my teams like my Orioles, everybody has more of an opportunity. You keep more fan bases involved. So if I'm UNLV, or if I'm Army and Navy, if I'm a group of 5 school, if I'm UAB, I feel like I can get in now.
Right.
Now, I might get curb stomped by Alabama,
right,
but I might get lucky. It might be a Boise State. I might win.
Absolutely.
So,
now
I mean,
you're both getting something.
I like what's going on.
All right, we're back.
Back team white, now moving left to right. 3-point shot by number 11 off the backboard.
Ayanna Simmons again.
Ayanna Simmons.
Yeah.
The bank is open.
In her face.
A third Alco Wireless 3-point basket.
It's their first lead of the game.
And Kristen in the second half, team white now leading. Playing a 2-3 zone, very aggressive, very good defense by Simmons. Miracle Casanova trying to get to the basket, rebounded, team white on the fast break. Trying to set up, pull up, very nice pull up. I thought that was going in. Jasmine Wright misses, rebounded by Simmons. Team Blue setting up their offense. Rihanna Brickett with the floater and missed.
That foul was on number 11, Ayanna Simmons.
All right. Team White leading Team Blue 19-17. 7 minutes and 6 seconds left.
I'm glad that
third quarter
she got the foul, but that was almost a wasted possession.
It was. Burkett making the free throw. Number 0, Rihanna Burkett.
Yeah, and I'm happy that she got the foul, but like the lead guard was there, calling for the ball.
Second free throw. Cash. She made it.
Yep. So now
tied at 19.
Yeah.
Team White setting up their offense. Team Blue now playing a 1-2-2 zone. On the low block to number 21, misses the shot. That was Grant missing. Now you have Miracle Casanova trying to set up top of the key.
There we go.
Mine passes it to number 0, Burkett, and she drills a long 3. That's another Alco Wireless 3-point basket. That is 4 on the afternoon, in the evening.
She pulled with no hesitation.
She pulled with no hesitation. I really like calling, when I watch women's basketball, I love the 3-point basket and how you have 3-point shooters. You know, I talked about Angel Reese earlier, but you have someone like a Caitlin Clark, and I think the publicity for the WNBA has brought me the opportunity to see how many great players in the WNBA that I weren't aware of. You got a lot of really good 3-point shooters. The other lady that plays for Vegas, Kelsey Plum. She can shoot.
Yes.
She shoots your eyes out. amazing.
And fun fact,
Brianna, she can shoot.
She held the scoring record before Caitlin Clark just broke it. That was Kelsey Plum's record. She broke.
Sabrina Ionescu, she can really shoot.
She can shoot for real.
So they're not just great players; they're great shooters as well.
Yeah.
And then you look at Asia Wilson. She's not a three-point shooter, but her mid range is amazing.
I mean, she's had nights where she's I mean, she's a mid-range monster. Like, let's not get it twisted.
Another free throw by Rihanna Burkett, extending the lead for Team Blue. You have a lot of substitutions for Team White.
Well, I think what Team White is realizing is what we talked about earlier. The ladies are getting tired because they're running a full 94 feet.
That's a lot of feet. I'm tired. I'm ready to
I think what they're trying to do is just ensure that the ladies are not gassed like they were in the first half.
Right. Finally a miss.
A smart strategy. To be
I agree.
honest.
Finally a miss by Team Blue. And Team White setting up their offense. Moving left to right. Talia McCray. Bringing the ball up the court, going right to the right corner. And out of bounds. Another unforced turnover for Team White.
The officiating may be a little more crisp this half. We have three officials.
It might be a little bit more crisp. It was suboptimal in the first half. Kendra Mines setting up the offense, moving to the right wing, and another out of bounds, passing it to Rihanna Burkett. Team White on the inbound. And Team White now setting up their offense, moving left to right.
Yeah, these girls, you got to call these picks out. You can't just
Right. There's been a lot of that tonight. Like, they've been running into these screens. I like the fact they're setting screens.
I like that they're setting screens.
Take a look and call them out.
Team White on the inbound.
We've all played, so we know. Like, I would be angry.
Yeah,
like,
back where I'm from, those are fighting in the locker room.
Right.
Like, bro, you got to call that out.
High post. And I believe that was a foul called.
Yes.
And number 14. I don't have a name for number 14. We have some issues getting names. We'll get that name as soon as possible. Who's the young lady who's number 14, Carl?
Angelique Durant.
Angelique Durant will go to the line, and she will miss the first free throw back rim. Have a substitution coming in. Brooklyn Dublin for Team Blue. And then the second free throw. Also missed back rim. And you have a scrum for the ball. And it looks like it will go to Team Blue. Team White moving to a man-to-man. A full court man-to-man. You have someone sneaking out. Oh, a long pass.
Good pass.
What? And I couldn't decipher the call there, Carlin. What was the call?
Oh, a clear out.
It came out to Miracle Casanova.
Yeah, it's a clear out.
Okay.
Clear out far.
I'm sure Miracle Casanova comes from a wonderful family, but she's very aggressive. She's a Mrs. Touchy, as I like to say. She's very, very physical on the block. We could use that at OU, but it probably needs to be tempered. Team Blue setting up their offense back to the top. Oh, another number 0 was used open again. I thought she was going to hit that.
Good shot though.
It was online, so that one was good shot.
So she's feeling it. Team White pacing themselves, trailing 19 to 23 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Oh. And a foul, I believe that's on Kendra Mine.
No, the foul. I think that foul was on Joanna Caldwell.
Okay.
So I was going to say this earlier. I work with Gail Caldwell, the CF. No, Joanna will take your head off.
Ball bucket for Team White. Cutting lead down to 23-21 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Casanova throws the ball away. That was actually a good pass. She just wasn't looking.
Yeah.
That was very similar to some of the passes that Caitlin Clark throws that her teammates were not prepared to.
Just for the people back home who supported, that was Ray. All right. Out of North Carolina with the bucket. First
pass to the high post. Back to the very rainbow 3 air ball, but a fantastic rebound by Team White. Setting up the offense. 3 in the key, not called. And another block party and a fast break set up. Fantastic defense.
Our Oakwood Academy.
So she's an OAA.
Yeah, OAA.
Shout out to Oakwood Adventist Academy.
The Mustangs.
Absolutely. When I played for Pine Forge, we used to own them. Absolute ownership.
This guy, I feel like he just like starting things.
I'm just being honest though. I mean, it's true. It's true. Missed 3 by Rihanna Burkett, but a rebound and putback
by Joanna Caldwell.
The Mustangs owned us when we got to college. They were better than us. Their high school won the interrums. They were fantastic.
They were. But that was when they had like Norton and Chris Watkins.
Shout out to Norton Webb. Shout out to Chris Watkins. Had some fantastic players on that team. Jerome Miles, Demetro Miles.
Yeah, Demetro, like they were dunking.
They had like 5 guys that's doing like 360s and stuff.
Pass, gotta finish.
Breakaway layup. Very nice layup all the way to the rack.
And
Kendra Mine and the foul, the hoop and the harm.
Oh, I knew she was gonna make it.
Well, like you said, I mean, if you want to see Kendra Mine, you can catch her carving people up at Sparkman High School throughout the year. But we have some talent on the court. We have some talent.
A fresh set of 5 coming in for Team White. A strategy I greatly agree with because a couple of ladies on the blue team look gassed.
Absolutely.
Kendra Myries taking the second free throw.
Ooh. Front rim. And the ball, a jump ball, number 10.
Brooklyn Dublin.
Yeah.
I love her hustle.
Scrapping it up. Hustle.
Scrappy.
And ball goes back to Team Blue. Inbound. And stolen by Team White. It's a fast breakthrough on 3. From left to right. Okay, that's all the way to the basket.
That's impressive.
And gets the foul.
The quickness is there. I think
Kalia Robinson.
Where she struggled there was, the finishing part. I would have maybe passed the ball off. She had a couple of open teammates, one on the wing and one a little bit. But I like she did get the foul out of it. And her free throws are capped. So to me, that's the better decision.
She had a full head of steam like LeBron, though. She was really on him. So free throw is good. Second free throw. This rebound. Fantastic rebound.
Jasmine Wright. Got to box out.
15. Team Blue setting up the offense. Right wing. Team White in the 2-3 zone. Brooklyn Dublin with a very nice shake move.
I like that. I like it.
That was poetic.
That might be the bucket of the night.
That was poetic.
That might be the bucket of the night.
Beautiful spin move.
She got the ball and was like, "It's my game. Let's do this."
Wide open 3 off the backboard and no good, but rebounded back by number 11.
Oh, okay, so they're calling the foul with number 23 Blue, Kamari Colbert. I don't know if I agree with that call, but
I don't agree with that call either. Inbound.
Felt like a travel. Floater. She's
very nice
quick.
floater.
She is very quick.
Very nice floater. For Robinson, Team Blue, another turnover. And you got a fast break. All the way, very nice move. Wow. Very nice move. Very nice move for Jasmine Wright.
Get a TO, coach.
Taking it all the way to the basket.
Yeah, Team White needs to.
Turnovers are killing them. That's what it is. It's turnovers.
It is.
And Jasmine Wright with the opportunity to complete the 3-point play
because that last turnover, she just went into the lane with no plan.
Right. At all. The free throw. Team Blue moving it up the court. And an opportunity to scoop layup missed by Kendra Mine. Rebounded on the right baseline. Good pass.
Nice pass.
Back down to the low post. Back to Burkett. To the top of the key. Passes it to Colbert. Colbert for three. Misses the three. Ladies are a little bit tired. They're slowing it down. Number 3.
Blue has to call a timeout.
Left to right. Jasmine Wright splits the defense, takes it all the way to the basket, and it is good.
Bully ball. Bully ball. Get a TO, coach.
Jasmine Wright.
They're not going to give it to him. Get a TO, coach.
Yeah, he went and he ran up to the ref and
He
yelled
ran
in his
onto
ear.
it.
Well, we don't have instant replay, but she saw an opening in the zone, and she just split the defense and took it right to the
She
basket.
took 4 steps to get there.
Wow,
But
yeah,
you got to reward her for the effort. I'm asking Jude Crawford what
LeBron James travels all the time, and he takes 4 or 5 steps all the time. We have a very exciting game here. If you're just tuning in, we are at OU Live. So Carla's going to step away briefly, and it's myself and Guy Alexis. Guy, you still hear me?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm still here. We're good.
Right, Carla. So as we go into the fourth quarter again, what do you see as the keys for which team's going to pull away in the fourth quarter?
Well, I would say this. Team Blue needs to cut down on their turnovers. They're making a lot of careless passes,
they are making a lot of careless
which
passes.
is really the reason why Team White is even up at this point.
Right.
Because I think they've wasted, at this point, probably about a dozen possessions. Team Blue
I agree.
has.
There are a lot of possessions that have been wasted.
And even if they score on half of those, this is not a game, right? They're up. And so I'm hoping that Team Blue kind of gets it together.
So I gotta step in. If John and April Nixon are watching, which I assume that they're going to see this, I see your son walking around. Your son came up and shook my hand. He's walking around taking pictures. John, your son looks just like you, but with dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. Genetics is really, really something.
It is.
So shout out to my good friend John Nixon and April Nixon, our good friends from the Oakwood University.
And April, that's not a slight to say we don't see you in your son.
Oh, not a slight at all. It's just, I've known their son for so long, so to see him as a grown man, walking up to me much taller than me, looking down on me, saying hello, it's very funny.
And he does walk like you, John, if you're listening.
Right, absolutely. Stolen, and beautiful, kind of pulled up in layup, number 2. Kendra Mine, she didn't want that contact at the end. A little bit of man-to-man pressure as we get into the fourth quarter. The stakes are higher. And another steal.
Travel.
And a travel after the steal. She's frustrated, but she traveled.
She did travel. Took a step before dribbling. You can't
get a little bit more defense.
Really do that.
In the fourth quarter, Team White up 31-29. Team White setting up the offense. Number 15 for the 3. And that was an air ball by Charity Jarman. Team Blue in the inbound. A lot of turnovers tonight. Got to slow it down a little bit.
Slow it down. Kind of get back to the fundamentals.
Right.
You get the rebound, you pass it to the lead guard.
Right.
That has to be what they're preaching.
Team White set up their offense. Team Blue in a 2-3 zone. High post to number 15. Jarman misses the shot. Team Blue with the rebound. A little bit of cross up. Number 23, very nice pass to number 10 in the bucket.
Nice bucket by Brooklyn Dublin.
Kamari Colbert with the cross up and then the pass.
I'm starting to become a big fan of number 10 on blue, Brooklyn Dublin.
She's played a lot more in the second half. Been putting in some work. Team Blue setting up. They got to get it over the court. 10 seconds or 8 seconds now. Dublin setting up the offense. Team White in a man-to-man. Passes it to number 2. Kendra Mine with the 3-point dagger. Another Alco Wireless 3-point basket. You might need a TO after that.
And it was a wonderful assist by Brooklyn Dublin.
that was fantastic. That was a dagger.
It was.
I like that she pulled up again with no hesitation at all.
None at all.
Team White with the inbound cross court. Top of the key, setting up the offense.
Nice hands. Causing the turnover.
And another turnover for Team White.
Good defense by Brooklyn Dublin.
Team Blue
number
trying
10.
to expand on their lead. 34-31. 6 minutes and 59 seconds left. Open three-pointer.
Another one.
Another dagger. You're going to need a TO. Where's Dick Vitale when you need him? She's a PTP'er, Gil.
A PTP'er.
That's a PTP'er. Oh, with the block.
And with the block now.
Oh, very good steal. After the block. Team White. Low post, missed shot. Rebounded by Team Blue. Trying to get it out. Should have taken it, let the turnover. And they're taking our advice, Gil, calling the timeout.
As they should.
So if you're just tuning in, we're at OU Live in Madison, Alabama. Team Blue. This is a mix of Oakwood and seniors on both teams.
Yes.
It's not seniors like the boys will be seniors versus freshmen. But you have some really talented ladies out here. Kendra Mine, number 2 for Team Blue, has hit 2 daggers back to back.
Back to back. And has blown this game pretty wide open.
Blown it wide open. And both of those daggers she pulled up with no hesitation.
No hesitation.
She's feeling it. So we started off with a little bit of a quiet game, kind of moving a little bit slow, but over time, Gian, we're really starting to get into some real basketball. The gym is basically full on both sides. You have standing room only at the top. And they're playing this is not Lecrae that they're playing. This is the same song that they played at the Texas A&M game today.
Yes.
It's on NCAA 25. So
I wasn't trying to put all of that information
I
out
spent
there.
a lot of time playing NCAA 25, probably 2
You have. And I think you realize in the end that
Probably a little bit
12-year-olds that don't have a life are going to be better than you at this game.
I played my little cousin that's like 15 at NCAA 25, and he beat me, playing online.
Yeah.
He was up 41-7, and I turned the game off in the second quarter.
You were mad.
I was very mad. It says player not available.
All right, another turnover by White.
Absolutely. Team Blue with 5 minutes and 19 seconds, really a couple buckets away from perhaps closing this one out. So the defense, we're getting into a man-to-man, which I like, man-to-man defense. Number 10, Brooklyn Dublin, who's going to be the star of the second half, her and Kendra. Oh, what a move.
Nice
pass to the low post and the hook shot missed by Kennedy Rowe. And Team White setting up their offense. They need a bucket. Robinson going left. Turnover. Team Blue, and that's definitely a foul. Robinson fouls Mine. Nothing intentional there. Just both going for the ball. We have 4 minutes and 47 seconds left.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional, but I think
absolutely.
she was trying to gather,
Right.
and the young lady just didn't expect her to do that. So, a couple of subs
And you
in
have
for Team Blue.
Miracle Casanova coming back in for Team Blue. And Amoya Taylor coming back in for Team Blue. Man-to-man defense. Casanova with the ball on the left wing. Another turnover.
Turnovers are killing Team Blue. We have a sub for Team Blue.
Get the last person off the court. Team White with the inbound. That should have been a technical foul. Team White setting up their offense. At the top of the key, Robinson going left, looking for an opportunity. Turnover. Mine all the way to the basket. She was definitely fouled.
She was clearly fouled. I feel like
And
the
did not
ref
get a
was
call.
swallowed the whistle.
And is very frustrated and demonstrative about the foul. But then on the other end, and that's what happens when you don't get back on defense after a foul.
As you said
Team
before.
White has an opportunity for a layup that and now they have a foul. Now they're sending someone to the line. Just now, Kim gave her bench the look, said, look, man, I have real games to play in the fall. I don't have time for this. You out here hackboxing me.
Yeah.
I have a season that I'm getting prepared for.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a full ride.
Right. Second free throw, good. 32-37, Team Blue up. 4 minutes and 11 seconds left. Dublin carving people up on the outside. Pass it to Casanova. Casanova bullying her way. Another turnover. A lot of turnovers.
Oh, no, the ref is calling that blue ball.
So it must have been tipped.
No, it was not tipped. It was missed.
Okay. So you're saying that was an incorrect call?
It was.
And another turnover. And you got a breakaway fast break for Team White. And a layup. I don't have the name, number 13 for Team White with a bucket. Team Blue. Oh, beautiful take to the basket by Brooklyn Dublin. That was a fantastic move. Brooklyn Dublin's been really playing ball in the second half of this game. It's kind of taking over. Team White setting up at the top of the key. Going to the high post. Corner. Three-pointer. Almost good. Missed by...
Let's go, Kendra. To the basket. Easy two. Blue team up now. 41-34 on Team White with 3:05 to go.
Team White bring the ball up the court. Last 2 minutes and 55 seconds of the game. Team White looking a little tired. Three-pointer. Three-point basket. Kalia Robinson cutting the lead to 41-36. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left. It's a war of attrition game. We'll see who gets tired.
Yeah.
Team Blue setting up their offense. Very nice move, but a steal.
Another turnover.
Jasmine Wright with the steal. She's setting up the offense moving left and right. Passes it to the left wing. Passes it to the right corner. Long shot. Stadium would have gone crazy had that going in right at the top of the key, setting up the offense. Passes it down, but another turnover. But she had the right idea with the pass. It was just a little bit too high.
Too high. A little bit too much English on it.
2 minutes and 14 seconds left. You're getting into the home stretch. Team White in a man-to-man, picking up everybody at half court. Yeah, Brooklyn Dublin. I like Brooklyn Dublin's handle. She's very comfortable with the ball. Her and Kendra Mine are a real good partnership, and they pass missed three-pointer from Rihanna Brickett.
Score still 41-37 with 1 minute
That was a little bit.
seconds
That was
to
a
go.
little bit of an ill-advised three-pointer. I don't think there's time for that.
No,
you're up by 4. You want to get a really good shot. Very strong move to the basket by Team White. Missed, and then you almost had a breakaway layup, but there was a foul call.
No, he called a travel.
Excuse me.
I would have called the foul before I called the travel, but I'm
just going with my instincts here. I saw it and I said it. It didn't happen to be the way that it was called. Excuse me, and I respect that.
Absolutely, we have to respect the referees, but however, there was clearly a foul before that travel.
Team White with the inbound three-point shot. That's going to be a little short from Jasmine Wright. Rebound, and there's a little bit of a cherry pick from mine. She's going to finish that. And that puts it to 43-37 with a minute and 30 left. That might be the nail in the coffin game.
It probably is.
Team White's going to need a bucket quickly. Right wing. Back to the top of the key. And we have what some people thought it was a travel. I was about to say a travel, but there was a foul call. I thought it was a travel.
But I love the hustle by Brooklyn Dublin.
But a lot of
pressuring the ball.
Well, I think that she's the one that her and number 2 Kendra Mine took over the game in the second half. I mean,
absolutely.
They were the best ladies on the court, and they really balled out. Number 10, Kalia Robinson at the line. She's going to need to hit these two if there's going to be any opportunity for Team White to come back and win this game with 1 minute and 17 seconds left.
Yeah, if I were them, I would, if she makes these two, definitely foul on the inbound. I mean, these things have to happen, but I'm not sure if they're in the bonus.
And she actually misses back rim.
What happened to that paper sheet I gave y'all? Is this it?
Yes.
That's it.
And a
He didn't know.
very confusing sequence of events that I'm trying to decipher. I don't know if that was a 1-and-1. I thought that she was in the double bonus.
I also thought that.
I think that everybody thought that it was a 1-and-1. And it was the second free throw. The second free throw is good. So I get what happened. She was fouled, and there was a lane violation on the first.
Got it.
Which she missed. She made the second, and has now made the first following the lane,
43-39 with 1:15 left.
So now you got to D up. Got to be smart. Mine passing it to the corner. She might have got away with a couple steps there.
Definitely.
Minute 9 seconds. Team Blue on the inbound, and that looked like a steal. That was almost a steal, almost thrown away. They got to mitigate turnovers. You have somebody up at half court. Somebody has to set a backdoor pick. All right, now you have Dublin, who's the best hands for the ball to be in this situation. If she gets the screen, she takes it all the way to the basket and stops her dribble. But it was a jump ball.
And it's white ball because the possession
arrow is in the direction of Team White.
Oh, maybe they're not following the possession arrow.
Clearly or not. This is very confusing, yeah.
No, I think the scores table is trying to indicate, but they are not. The refs are not listening.
That's a crucial call. That's a very important point in the game. But they say the ball doesn't lie.
Yeah, ball don't lie.
On the next inbound, immediately off the leg, and Team White setting up their offense with 55 seconds left, down 39-43.
What? I'm confused. What's happening? Why did we stop the
game? This game is a little bit butchered by the refs. Let me keep it a buck, man. I'm going to keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. Team White, 51 seconds left. They need to have some urgency. Top of the key. Into the corner. Very nice give and go by Robinson. I like that pass, and then a cut to the basket. And we see the Oakwood men are coming in, and they're ready to play the high flyers.
Yeah. I need to see some booms.
I want to see some booms. Robinson at the line. 44 seconds left. Trailing 39-43. These are very clutch free throws, kids.
Very clutch. She has to make both of them.
She got to at least make one of them and make it a one-possession game. So Robinson, the first free throw. And it is good. Nice forward. Ice water in her veins. Kalea Robinson, second free throw. Second free throw. And it is stuck. No good, the second free throw. I got to give a lot of props to Kalea Robinson because she's the smallest young lady on the court. But she's got a lot of heart, Ian.
Yeah,
she's out there going at people that are 4 or 5 inches taller than her. She's got a lot of heart. And has been taking it to and been very physical the entire game. So I don't know how inexplicably White has the ball.
I don't either. I'm very confused by the refereeing in this game.
I'm confused, but White has the ball, defying all logic. Down by 3. 40 seconds left. Robinson with the ball at the top of the key. Back to Robinson. That's a long 2. Oh! Kalea Robinson with a huge bucket. Man to man. Team Blue. Oh, and an unnecessary shot. Unbelievable shot.
Timeout White. That was a terrible shot.
The Lion of Judah and the coaches of Team Blue are going bananas. 41 seconds left. Robinson with the ball at the top of the key. Back to Robinson. That's a long 2. Oh! Kalea Robinson with a huge bucket. Man to man. Team Blue. Oh, and an unnecessary shot. Unbelievable shot. The Lion of Judah and the coaches of Team Blue are going bananas. That was an unfathomable shot. Up by 2, nobody under the basket. Now Team White has the ball with 21 seconds left.
Yeah.
And they have the chance. They're only down by 1 point.
But, I mean, some of that is also on the coaches. You have to prepare the young ladies to have them understand. When we bring the ball back in, there's no shooting. We're not rushing. We're not in a rush.
I wouldn't shoot at all. You have to
I wouldn't shoot at all.
No reason.
Make them foul you.
Gotta foul you.
And if it were me, I would have tried to make sure the ball was in the hands of either Kendra Myrie or Brooklyn Dublin to ensure that the right decision is made.
An unbelievable turn of events. Team White with the ball inbounding at half court with 21 seconds left, trailing 42-43 in the fourth quarter.
I love it.
Team White inbounds the ball. And a very long pass. You can kind of see
Another
it.
turnover.
You can see it
I'm
coming.
so confused at what I'm looking
You can
at
see it
right now.
coming.
What are we doing?
16 seconds left. Team Blue, a heave down the court. Somebody with the leak out. The leak out. And the finish.
That's the game.
14 seconds left. Well, it's still a one-possession game. There's still opportunity for a 3.
Nice defense by Brooklyn Dublin.
6 seconds. That was great defense by Brooklyn Dublin.
Great defense. She got there and she immediately converged on it. I'm loving what I see. I hope Brooklyn Dublin chooses to commit to the Oakwood University. That is my hope.
I like her energy.
I love it.
I like her energy. And she got a nice little handle. So Brooklyn Dublin, a future Lady A. I'm excited about it.
I want her to be a lady
We have some
ambassador.
talented
We need
people
that.
that are coming in. If you're just tuning in, we are at the back end of the women's basketball game. Team Blue is up 45-42 with 6 seconds left. Can they close it out?
As James is saying, the score is blue team 45, white team 42 with 6.4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Possession arrow favors Team White.
Well, Team White will have a chance. They have to hit a 3-point basket with 6 seconds left. So Team White, right, inbounding it. Back to right was a design play and stolen. And the hero at the end with the half quarter almost went in. Which is once again a very inexplicable. That's Dublin.
She's always there on the ball. It's like she has a nose for it on defense.
Right. But she shot a half quarter when they were up.
Yeah.
And now, well, with 1 second left, they just have to involve. And that'll be the end of the game. And Brooklyn Dublin leads Team Blue in the second half to a victory here in the women's basketball game. A lot of hustle, fantastic second half.
Great second half.
Really, Brooklyn Dublin and Kendra Mine just took the game over in the second half. Kendra Mine hit several clutch three-pointers.
Once she hit those 2 threes,
and
back
Brooklyn
to back.
Dublin really kind of finished everything out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're at halftime. Or excuse me, at the beginning, we're in between the young men's game, and they'll be warming up. Carlin's getting back in the booth, and he's out getting the numbers. So I'll have numbers for this game. So I appreciate that with Carlin. It's very difficult to call the game, Gian, without numbers. I would have to be the GOAT, Al Johnson, to do that. Al Johnson is so good, he doesn't need numbers.
He doesn't.
Al Johnson is, and here are the high flyers, and somebody not able to put it down. But here are the young men.
It's like Coach Fielder used to tell us, you can't be taking try to make it.
He was very deliberate about that. It's like you go dunk the ball,
you better make it.
Right. Don't make a fool.
For him, it was a made field goal. He didn't care.
He did not care. He did not care. He did not care. And we played with some high flyers. I saw Toussaint Williams, Pastor Toussaint Williams. Well, Vice President of South Central Conference, Toussaint Williams. I saw his son walking around. At good and Toussaint was a high flyer.
He was
in his day.
Yep. Football player Uriah Williams' son is at Good Pasture Christian School in Nashville, Tennessee. Favored to win the 2A state championship.
Yeah, he plays with your son, then.
Yes, he does.
All right. And then you have the white team. Do we have names, Carlin?
We do for the blue team.
All right. Can you text those to me?
Oh, we got juice.
So is white the Oakwood freshman or is blue the Oakwood?
White is the Oakwood freshman.
Okay. And blue are the college seniors. Good to know.
All right, then who are these people calling?
That's the OU Live team. Those are the high school.
So this is blue that you just did me?
Yeah, blue team.
So you don't have white team yet?
Nope.
Okay.
Cool. No problem.
I can't hear you.
Yes, please.
Eric Reed. One is Chase, one is
Jonathan Bobby.
Walden.
have numbers for the white team, Carlin?
Yes, we do.
You're gonna text those to me. Appreciate it. Getting a lot of positive feedback on the broadcast, so I appreciate that. As always, good job, Ian. Breaking down play-by-play. What do you think about Cat Williams going? Cat Williams. On my mind. Carl Anthony Towns. What do you think about Carl Anthony Towns going to your Knicks, man?
I love it.
You like that?
Okay. I love it because Cat is a big man. So Julius Randle's problem in playing with Jalen Brunson is he was a high usage rate player.
Right.
So he liked to get the ball and try to create for himself. I think Cat
He didn't get along with his teammates or his coach either.
that part that doesn't hurt.
Right.
But I think Cat is going to thrive with a point guard like Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson likes to drive to the basket. Right. Cat's advantage when he plays on the offensive side is when he plays other fives. When he was in Minnesota these last couple of years, he's been playing other fours where the advantage wasn't as great. But if you notice in that Denver series, when they put him on Jokic, where was he most effective? When he's playing against another five. That's the key. And in New York, he's going to get an opportunity to be that every single night. Absolutely. And to have a big, a five that shoots a career 43% from three, Jalen Brunson's going to keep beating that man.
Absolutely. They're going to have to force the hand of the defense that they play every night to either edge or to show strong. Anyway.
And to think about a starting lineup of Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, and Karl Anthony Towns, like we're talking about something here for real.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I were the Sixers, I would be concerned. And I say this seriously because Joel Embiid has a history of not being available in the playoffs.
Yeah, the Sixers are going to take care of themselves. Until they show that they can actually make a deeper run into until they show that they're a conference contender, I mean, by winning the conference.
Right.
Then I don't believe it.
And you're right. Since Embiid's been there, they haven't even been to a conference finals.
Nope. Availability. It's called availability.
All right, we are ready to go. I have all of the names, so I'm comfortable. We are coming to you live from James Clemens High School in Madison, Alabama. This is the men's OU live basketball game, culminating a fantastic weekend. I am here with Ian Alexis and Carlin Alfred. We are the voices of the Oakwood Ambassadors. We're about to get started. I'm still getting my bearings with some of the names. I see in the tip-off circle we have number 33, Jacob Clary for Team Blue, which Team Blue is actually the college days players.
Correct.
So Team White is the OU players.
Or the OU freshmen.
OU freshmen, excuse me. I see a couple names out there. I see Chase Jackson, number 1.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to Chase Jackson.
He's exciting. Okay. I trust your judgment, Carlin. We're about to get started off. Are they playing Dr. Dre?
Yeah, they are.
I'm shocked.
Instrumental.
The music being played has nothing to do with the Lance State Radio Network or Paragon 7 Studios. So please do not at me if you're unhappy with that.
We have no control over that.
We have no control over that. And number 1, Austin Geronimo. So starts off with a 3-point basket, another Alco Wireless 3-point basket.
Oakwood Academy kid.
Oakwood Academy, straight from Huntsville.
So you have a man-to-man Team Blue. Chase Jackson passing it to the right wing. Missed 3-point shot, rebounded by Team White. Back out, nice cutter, and a nice pass. Team Blue setting up their offense. Number 25. Bryce Tills,
son of Camille Tillis. Shout out to Camille, Chicago in the house.
Jet Turner. Number 1 with the jab step. We were talking about jab step. Austin Geronimo looking to set something up to the left wing. Very nice take to the basket. Oh, very nice take. Team Blue taking it too early, blowing the kiss. A little early for that, Jet Turner with the ham and egger. A little mustard on that hot dog. Some cross-up action by by Chase Jackson.
Yeah.
And a bucket.
Chase is a ball-dominant guard.
Carlin said he would not disappoint.
Buckle up.
Team Blue up 5-2.
I love it.
Geronimo at the top of the key. Looking for somebody to pass it to. High post. Back to Geronimo. Geronimo stops his dribble. Getting trapped. Gets it out to Jet. Turner. He's setting it up. Nice little crossover left to right. Pass it in. Number 25. Nice take to the basket, but blocked. Back out. Swinging around to Jet Turner. Oh. He drills the three. These guys can play.
Yeah.
It's different. Yeah. It's not like last year. They're coming off and immediately playing. Still by Team Blue. Oh, that was about. That could have been a whammy bammy. You had a wide open breakaway dunk potential that was thwarted.
Yeah.
And the energy for this is high, but you get the adrenaline again. You're coming in. You've been waiting all weekend for this.
Yeah, and these high school boys are ready.
These high school boys.
Well, they play for actual programs.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And half the squad, I'm just going to say, is Oakwood Adventist Academy. But they're 2 years, removed from a state championship run.
Yeah.
So you got real players. Number one, Geronimo and Jackson know each other really well.
All right.
Okay? Don't look for them to treat each other like friends
I was
tonight.
sleeping on him, and I was like, who's this little dude out there?
Please. Please.
Dude came out and hit 2 threes.
Please.
Yeah.
Made a believer out of me. 8-4 Team Blue. Full court press. That's the only way that I know how to play basketball.
Yeah.
Is full court press. Broken by Team Blue. Now you have a little fast break over into the corner. Back to Geronimo.
No.
He's going to miss that. Got a fast break. 2-on-2. And Team White's going to set up their offense. Number 14. Jonathan Walden.
Good screen.
Walden out to the corner. And that's a three-pointer. Air ball. And it's still back. Getting the ball back. Number 12. Very beautiful move to the basket. Misses the shot.
Walk up into
And a
the
three-pointer.
three.
Walden. Back rim. Rebound. Team White. Team White. Gabriel Madrid. I recognize that name. Long three. Ridiculously long three that almost went in. Oh, behind the back pass. A little dipsy doing it. Ooh! He wasn't ready for the ooh.
Know what he wanted.
These kids coming in like Florida Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
Against Georgetown, throwing oops. The high school kids up 10-4.
Was that the game that cost Patrick Ewing his
Yes,
job?
it was. Yes. Well, no. That's the game that cost John Thompson the third
his job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where Patrick Ewing took his place and then proceeded to run the table,
Right.
going 0-16 in the Big East and losing his job.
Yeah.
But he's still Patrick Ewing.
I mean,
he might be an awful coach, but he was an amazing
the
player. He played in
iconic,
New
the
York.
iconic.
Fantastic.
Have you ever shot that
Not
shot?
a good. It is not a good coach.
Right. Do you practice that shot?
It did not. But free throw made.
I'm
Team
glad
White.
I'm not the only one that remembers that.
I remember that.
I ran that back about a million times.
I remember that.
He was mad too.
He was very mad. Number 14, Jonathan Walden missed the second free throw, but gets his own rebound. Team White trailing 5-10. Oh, cookies. Number 24, all the way in. Oh, I thought he was gonna send that home. Micah Samuels.
But he had some jets though. 'Cause he turned them on and just
Micah
accelerated.
Samuels.
And he's also got some hops. So in the tryout yesterday, he put down at least 4 or 5
Well,
nasty.
he just picked his pocket. Team White setting up. Team White is down 12-5. They need to get in this game. They're about to get embarrassed by these youngins. Pass out another steal. And a breakaway. Showtime. And the flush. Micah Samuels. There might need a timeout. And then a cherry pick.
That's what they want.
A cherry pick.
Give the people what they want.
Give them what they want.
Back to back.
Give them what they want. A highly entertaining first 4 minutes of the game. I don't have the number of who had that dunk for Team White.
Lim had the dunk.
What's the
12.
name here? I don't have a 12. Oh, Malachi Lamb.
Malachi Lim. Yeah.
Malachi Lamb. Got it.
And he two-handed his.
Yeah, he made sure that was going in. All right, first free throw. First free throw made by Tills.
Tillis from Chicago, Illinois. Part of the Graham family, long-standing family of hoopers. In fact, the head coach tonight, David Graham. Oakwood
Tillis misses the second free throw. And it's rebounded. We thank the OUBN broadcasting department. It's out here making sure the sound is right.
Yes.
Phenomenal people. I gotta congratulate my man Fab Johnson, man, on becoming a father for the first time.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the club, Fab.
Team White setting up their offense. Three-pointer. That was Chase Jackson.
That was cold.
Carlin said that he would not disappoint. He is not disappointed.
He clearly has not.
Carlin, what would it be like to be young again and be able to pull up from that anytime you want?
It's pure joy. It's pure basketball.
I wish I could be young again for one day.
These high schoolers have a lot more balanced attack.
Absolutely.
They really do.
Three-pointer, number 32. Bryson Blair misses the three. Team Blue up 17-10, 2:46
The big man just posted up on the block and
in the first
made a nice turnaround.
Right.
On that last possession.
Right.
That is not good.
Malachi Samuels, who just had a dunk a little bit earlier.
Good.
Nice pass.
Good pass.
Went to the block.
Good job.
You see what I mean? Like,
Jacob Clary all over the block. Team Blue is muscling and dominating in this first quarter. Without Chase Jackson, this is a rout.
it is.
Still man-to-man for Team Blue. A screen and another pocket picked. Nick Bienda, if I'm pronouncing that right. Jackson at the top of the key, looking for some time to do work, going left. Sets up another three-pointer. That's cash. That is his third Alfco Wireless three-pointer. Who is this guy? Where did I find this guy?
His daddy was a hooper for Oakwood Academy.
Does he play for Oakwood? Does he play for the Ambassadors? Why?
Why does he not play? I've called Ambassador games, and their point guard play is inferior. Chase Jackson needs to be on the Oakwood Ambassadors.
Oh my goodness. Beautiful block. I need someone to immediately explain to me why he does not play for the Ambassadors.
James Lewis and
I need to understand
explanations. Why is Chase Jackson not a starter? Not just on the OU Ambassadors. Why is he not a
he's
starter?
He's going to be on the Ambassadors.
Well, okay. So here's the reveal, guys.
If this young man has academic problems, Ken and I will tutor him.
No. I'm about to blow your mind.
We'll get him.
I'm about to blow your mind. He goes to Sparkman High School.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So he's actually a ringer for Team White. Not really. But what can we do to get him on Ambassadors next year?
That's what I told you.
How can we get him on Ambassadors?
Okay, so let's be all right. So let me tell you the history. His dad and his uncle both played at Oakwood. Okay.
All right.
And so
that's a start.
That's a start.
It's in his blood.
But they got to compete for this kid.
Number 32,
right,
Bryson Blair.
Oakwood has to compete for this kid.
It's
not a given.
Let's take a TV timeout. If you want NIL, if you're out watching this show and you want to donate to the NIL program so we can get this young brother on the team, please at me at Paragon 7 Studios. We will make it happen. We will make it happen. Gian Alexis is a very powerful man in this town.
I want Chase Jackson
on the
OU Ambassadors.
Yeah, get him on the squad.
See, now that we have clarity that he goes to squad. Thank you for clearing that up for us, Carlin, because I think we were confused. Like, why is he not on the team if he goes to the school?
Team White moving
they're
right
trying
to
to
left.
even it out because, I mean,
Right, it'll be a blowout.
Yeah,
They're still getting hammered with him.
Because none of the guys.
Oh, going left. Oh, don't do it. Get off the window.
So everybody watching at home, Oakwood Ambassadors are in the NA.
Number 21. Number 21 with the body to body. Oh wow.
This is about to get ugly real quick.
That's something people remember for years. Team White on the fast break. Jackson with the pass, left wing, number 4. Back on, that's definitely a travel. We've been talking about the jab step all night. That's Bryson Blair with the travel.
Yeah. Now, I did see this yesterday.
Yeah.
Get it in now because
he got gassed real fast.
Right.
Number 21, but he got his. So I'll be interested to see how he is about a minute and a half
33
from
seconds
now.
left. 21-13,
Okay.
Team Blue with an emphatic first quarter. Dominating, people have been dunked on. Oh, the steal by Jackson. And the pass. Fast break. All the way to the rack. Misses the layup.
Gotta make them.
Number 10, Josh Downey missing the layup. 18 seconds left. Team Blue, number 21, Dylan Huggin, who just had an amazing dunk. Mid-range miss. 11 seconds left. Team White. Not a lot of time to get a shot off. Number 4, Keyshawn Harden with the turnover and the pull-up.
Good awareness.
Had that gone in, it would have been an eruption.
An eruption
We saw about 3 or 4 highlight plays
already.
in the
And that was
first quarter.
just the first quarter.
Team Blue up 21-13. And they're feeling it. They're coming back to the bench. We're sitting next to their bench.
Team White looks very dejected. They're hoping to figure out a way to get it together. Team Blue is on a high. They are ready to bring it to them in the second
These
quarter.
high school kids were serious.
So for all of you
They
watching
wanted
at
to
home,
be here.
just a reminder, Oakwood University is in the NAIA, right?
Correct.
And so rules dictate that nobody from the ambassadors can actually play in a game like this.
Right.
So what you're seeing is
Right.
actual college freshmen. This is the intramural all-stars for all practical purposes.
Got it.
Plus some, right?
Yeah.
What Oakwood Alive has evolved into is does attract guys who actually play real high school ball.
Yeah.
So most of these guys here play for their high school teams back at home. So what you're seeing is guys who are actively working out right now versus guys who've been studying, well, allegedly studying all semester.
It's the allegedly for
Right,
me.
allegedly.
I haven't seen any the reports.
Well, we want to talk about that because this is all about enrollment for Oakwood. There are a lot of fantastic programs at Oakwood University if you're thinking about coming as a student or sending one of your children.
Absolutely.
Yes, the Oaks.
Gian and I are products of the business department
Yes.
at Oakwood. White with the inbound. Team White setting up their offense. Number 2, Daniel Jones at the top of the key. Anytime you got a brother in sweatpants,
Yeah.
Dylan Jennings, he's got to have ups. Guys that play with sweatpants.
Who's my guy from above the rim that scored 40 points in corduroys?
Leon, the infamous Leon, also known as David Ruffin of the Temptations.
Yes.
He had 46 points in the fourth quarter.
There is no Temptations without me.
And Dylan, Team Blue setting up their offense. Jordan Reed, with the carve up and the floater, and the and one. Wow. These kids at Team Blue are not playing around.
They're not. They're
not
trying to
playing
put this
around.
away now.
They're not playing around.
Yeah.
He hit him with the cross up and the floater. Team Blue up 23-16. Free throw off. Team White setting up their offense. Pass to Dylan in the corner. That's got to be a 5 seconds, but he's able to muscle up another basket. He came off the bench. Has had 5 points. Little trouble dribbling. That's definitely going to be a steal. It looked like it was going to be a steal. And they rebounded by 4.
Nice take.
Take to the basket, Will Lewis. Number 4, Will Lewis with a bucket.
Do you have an
Team
update
White.
for us about Chase?
Team White setting up their offense. 3-point basket. Off left. Rebounded. Watch out.
Boy, that's
Got to keep your head on the swivel, Carl.
I got you.
It was. Quick reflexes by me.
Keep your head on the swivel, man. We got your back.
I got
One
you.
thing I can still do is bob and weave.
Got your back, man. That peripheral
was
vision.
perfect.
Yeah, I'm not going to get hit.
Colin moved, and I was able to just say,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
here we go.
I knew you had my back.
I'm going to be honest. This is the best 2 quarters of basketball that we've covered at Oakwood. We're calling the game. I'm not the towel boy. What do I look like here? We call it the game.
Bro,
You don't ask Dick Vitale to wipe the floor, man.
Absolutely.
Come on now. Little cross-up action, Team Blue. Back out. Jab step, corner three. Very good ball movement by Team Blue. Rebounded. Oh, you got a cherry pick, but missed the outlet pass. Then you got it right corner. That wasn't a good three. Nobody under the rim. And rebounded by Team Blue. Number 3. Setting up the offense. And hits the shot. I don't have the name for number 3. Who is that that just hit the shot? Got to get these numbers. Team Blue up 28-18. And pouring it on. Team White needs to get something going or this could get away real quick. Screen for Team White. Three-pointer missed. Offensive rebound, Team White.
Nice floater.
Very nice shot, floater. Number 11, William Lee. Cutting the lead to 28-20. Team Blue setting up their offense, man-to-man. Moving screen, not called. Another moving screen, not called.
Want to note that Pastor William Lee of the First Church here in Huntsville, Alabama, is a noted Hooper
I just
himself.
assumed, is that his son?
I'm assuming.
Oh, I just assumed.
And by the way, we're getting grilled online for lack of research. Somebody named Gabriel is trying to roast us.
I'm not worried about that.
I'm not either.
I got a show on Sirius XM, man. I made so much money doing radio, you have no idea.
Just gonna send you a message.
I don't talk
Gabriel.
about it because I don't want the IRS in my stuff.
It's all good, baby.
It's all good. I mean, but the other part of it is, you know,
they're watching.
They're watching.
Well,
love it.
I'm happy
And
they're
I mean, I'm
watching.
just joking. I'm just being facetious, obviously. We're here to serve Oakwood.
We're here to serve
happy.
Oakwood.
Absolutely.
But it's not the same as when the ambassadors, where we know their names.
Right.
Yes. And we do want you to tune in when we do ambassadors games.
Jonathan Walden. Oh, very nice take. Got away with the Euro step. I'm not a big fan of the Euro step.
Well, it depends.
Not a big fan of the
I think the Euro step has had its day. You know, with the dissension of James Harden, right? The Euro step has kind of had its day.
I like when Wemby does it because he's 8 feet tall. And he does it, he dunks off it.
That's a transcontinental, something.
Right. It's the Eurasia step.
It's the Eurasia step, right?
The African diaspora step.
The most beautiful Euro step of all time was Manu Ginobili.
Manu
because he was
a phenomenal
left-handed,
player.
and there was no way you could even see it coming.
Manu was a phenomenal player. Number 14, Jonathan Walden, making the first free throw. Jonathan Walden, second free throw, and that's also good. Very good form for Jonathan Walden. Cutting the lead to 6, 28-22. Team Blue moving the ball up court. Number 5, Nick Bienda, misses a 3 off the window. And the game started to slow down a little bit, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Well, Team Blue, the last 3 or 4 possessions have not converted it into any points, so hopefully they can kind of regroup.
Absolutely. Jonathan Walden, very nice mid-range, gets his own rebound, kicks it out for a long 3. Air ball, another rebounder by Walden, kicks it back out. Down to the right corner.
Travel.
And a travel. And that's a turnover by number 3, Gabriel Madrid. I'm going to assume that that's Gabriel Madrid's son. I'm just going to take a shot in the dark.
You mean the guy that's very active in the chat room?
The guy. Oh, so that's. Oh, okay. Well, he can roast us.
Absolutely.
That's fine.
It's not
I can take that.
I thought it was some jabroni, man.
Nah.
Is this Gabe Madrid? Yo, what's up, Gabe?
He's legit.
My man.
He's legit.
What's going on, fam?
I want to go back and forth with him.
We love Gabriel Madrid.
Absolutely.
We were begging for the research information before the game.
Where's Gabriel now?
I have
I'm sure
no
he's
idea.
principal of some school or some consultant.
Yeah,
Great thing. He's a phenomenal educator.
And we're going to start referring to him as our research department
All
from
right.
Gabriel Madrid.
Nah, I'm not. I thought it was some schlep rock, man.
Nah, man.
It's all good. He can say whatever he wants. Little turnover action.
I just got to get
And
a
the
little
setup
shout
for
out.
Team Blue.
Score is 28-22.
Yep, coming
Team
in the
Blue.
game, number 15. Let's see.
Gabe Baldwin handling the rock. Setting up top of the key, number 10, Blue. Long 3.
Young man that just checked in the
Mystery by
game,
Jamal
Gabriel
Canty.
Baldwin's from Granger Christian in Granger, Indiana.
There was a Canty that's on varsity at Oakwood, so I assume that he's related to that gentleman.
Yeah.
There was a Canty a couple of years ago. that was on the ambassadors. So we obviously have a pipeline. We have a gentleman in with a long sleeve tee. He's got to be nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Dudes that play in sweats and long sleeve tees got to be
Yep.
nice.
The standard has been set.
That's number 20, Jacob Little. And an inbound post stolen by Team Blue. A little touchy foul. I thought that was a little ticky-tack
It was.
on Team White. That's number 2, Daniel Jones. But Team Blue setting up. Full court man-to-man. And that's a good call by the ref. He
It
stepped out of
is. He
bounds.
stepped out of bounds.
Got to understand the line of sight. Team White inbounding the ball. After a flurry in the first quarter, the second quarter has been a lot more quiet. But
Yeah.
Team Blue is still up 28-22. I think the back-to-back dunks took a lot of energy out of everybody.
Yeah.
Team White cooking right now. Pass on the baseline. Grown man move.
Strong baseline.
Grown man move. I believe that's 32, Bryson Blair.
Blair.
That's a grown man move. And a full court press and
Good
a steal
foul.
and a good foul. Saving an imminent layup or dunk
Yeah.
for Team White. And Team White will have to inbound, only trailing 24-28. They've chipped away again.
They have. Team Blue has not scored in about 4 minutes, so I'm hoping.
And now they're bringing Chase Jackson back into the game.
Yeah, that's not.
So
White knows that they're within striking
Right.
distance.
I'm gonna start calling him Chase Manhattan because he's money.
He really is.
All right, so Team White with the inbound. If you're just joining us, we're at OU Live, the men's basketball game. Team White got off to a bad start, has been chipping away at the lead, is only down 24-28. Nice little pull-up, missed. Rebound Team White. Kick out to Jackson. Jackson's wide open. You can't let him shoot that. He barely missed, but a good inside rebound by number 5, Nick Bienda. Back out to Jackson. Jab step, takes it 2. And he was assuming that there would be contact. And they called a jump ball. I thought that was a travel because he was assuming contact.
He was. In fact, he tried to really jump into
Kind
it.
of James Harden in it. Where you're not really trying to shoot the ball. You're just trying to draw a foul.
I don't know if I would have left Chase Jackson on the bench as long as they did.
Yeah, they might have been tired.
Yeah.
Chase is not tired.
Well, probably not. Does have his hands on his knees, though.
That's fair enough.
I'm just saying, when I was 17 and 18 years old, tired was not a thing for me.
You know, I try to glamorize the old days, but I do remember being exhausted.
No, there are times where you're at the end of the game, but you can't tell me you can play an 8-minute first quarter and that's it, and you're exhausted.
We played at Pine Forest, so the court was like half the size.
I was going to say, it's like a 47-foot court.
In Carla's defense.
I played
we did not play on a regulation court. Except when we went to Valley Forge, which we would usually get thrashed when we would go there, or Hill School, because they played on regulation.
They did. They definitely did.
I remember being at Hill School. I was like, they play on a football field? Like, is this a football field?
No.
This is basketball?
The
basketball court is that long?
The first time I ever set foot on an NBA size court, I thought I was going to die after like the first 2 minutes of drills.
Right.
Yeah.
In fact, we were doing a workout, and there was guys Fortson that played for
Cincinnati,
who
number
was
25.
Generally considered to be out of shape, who literally ran us into the ground. Right?
He was a Knicks tweener.
Yeah.
One of those 6'6", 240 guys, 250 guys.
Yeah, he was a biscuit and some milk away from 275.
A little bit of sloppy play, Chase Jackson. A 1-on-2 fast break.
Contact.
Oh, very nice. He got fouled. And he hit him with the too small.
It's too small.
He hit him with the too small. He hit him with the too small.
Get him back.
I don't know if that's the Oakwood culture.
It is today.
I don't know.
It is today.
I don't know what E.C. Ward would have thought about that.
Oh,
and another steal by Jackson.
No.
And he's wide open. And he makes the layup.
I believe in Chase Jackson, but not that
He
much.
makes the layup.
I believe.
He made a one-man wrecking crew, and the game is tied at 28. We have a fantastic atmosphere and a fantastic game.
It looked like early that Team Blue with the high school seniors was going to run away with this game.
Oh, okay. Oh, so this is our time, TV timeout. Oh, two.
I can't hear.
2 minutes. Y'all wanted to broadcast.
Broadcast?
The interview. Okay. So you want to do the interview first, or what you want? Are you doing the introduction?
Well, this guy.
You want to do the introductions of the teams?
We're doing it. So what we're going to do?
All right, we're getting some technical issues put together, talking to Pastor Edwards, who gave a riveting testimony. I can't wait till you interview him again. But we got a game here, man. I literally think this is the best game we've covered since we've been doing this. I think we did an A&M game that was really good.
Yeah.
A few years ago.
I think
the Oakwood hung with A&M.
Yeah. They just got away from them at the end.
But this is a very highly contested and spirited game. A trap, and they finally got a foul. There was a lot of touching going on with number 14. Jonathan Walden with the foul. Carlin, what does Pastor Edwards say?
So at halftime, they got a really special thing going on. They're going to introduce the sports teams.
All right.
Oakwood has progressed.
We're excited about that.
Yeah, soccer, volleyball, baseball, softball.
Fantastic.
Using it as a recruiting tool. And then they want to do a quick conversation in between quarters with the president.
All right, that's up.
He's right over there with the executive staff.
All right.
Vice President of Student Services.
Gian's going to knock that out.
Yep.
Gian is like the Barbara Walters.
I wouldn't say all that. Right, yeah.
The Montel?
The Montel. We'll be back in a second. Oh. No lift.
All right, a series of turnovers.
Give it up and get it back.
Now you have a...
What?
I would have called a travel. I would have called a travel.
That was a travel.
I would have called a travel.
I'm sorry, they called a jump ball? I'm very concerned with
That's
this.
Avery Brown. At Pine Forest, we would have said he sold out.
That is very true.
He sold out. He sold out. White team with the inbound. 1 minute and 6 seconds. That was not a good inbound
Not
either.
at all. Give it
2-1
up.
run fast break.
Too late.
Throw in the oop.
Oh.
Unless it was Sean Kemp, that wasn't going to go down.
That was never going to happen.
Sean Kemp would have put that down. Very nice. I like number 30.
I want to take this chance because it may never happen again. But Sean Kemp was in our division in summer leagues, and he never beat us.
That's impressive. I saw Sean when I lived in Seattle. I would go watch the outdoor summer league at Renton, at the park in Renton, which is like the Rucker of Seattle. And Sean Kemp was out there, old and about 290 pounds, abusing people.
Yeah, the first time I saw him, when he was at Pierre Moran Middle School, he was 6'8". They were throwing alley-oops to him.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Some athleticism, a floater.
Nice floater.
That's such a frustrating shot. But for a guard, a fantastic shot. And Team Blue back up 32-31. 4 seconds left. And at the end of the half, Team White, and Madrid misses a layup.
Is it go? Is it good?
That was not good.
It's not good.
But Team White, at the end of the half, gets a bucket, and they go into the half up.
32-33 is exactly what the doctor ordered for.
What's the money line in Vegas? What's the money line?
As for entertainment purposes only,
Everyone
for watching, entertainment purposes only.
Now here's a philosophical question. If I happen, I'm not saying that I did this, but if I happen to put $200 on FanDuel that the Colorado Buffaloes would win 6 games or up, and I put $200 on that, and it looks like I'm trending to win, do I have to pay tithe on that money?
Wow.
Philosophically,
This is a really good.
I'm just asking. America wants to know. I'm just asking. I want to know.
Okay. So the answer is yes.
All right.
Because it's an increase.
All right.
Turn to your neighbor
Amen.
and say increase.
Amen. Amen.
Increase.
So it's not the source of the increase. It's the fact that I increase.
I'm not going on the record to say
Okay.
whether it's the source or not. We
All
have
right.
too many pastoral.
I'm not saying that I did that. I'm just saying
Understood.
theoretically.
Theoretically, yes.
Theoretically.
I mean, to be fair, it is actually a real life application.
Right.
A lot of people,
Right.
sports gambling kind of has
It's
exploded.
man.
And
crazy.
for some people, they feel like, well, I've already tithed,
Right.
like
Right.
my check,
Right, my income.
I tithe my income,
Right. So if I use my income,
this is the extra.
but the Bible doesn't talk about that. We don't get too deep, but
Yeah.
it talks about
Now,
increase.
Who
Like
are
your
these
first
lovely?
fruits.
Who are these lovely young ladies coming
So these
out?
are
Is this,
these are
what
these
teams
are the class queens, I guess you could
Oh,
call them.
awesome.
So sophomore class, junior
right.
class, senior class.
I didn't know
coming
that they had queens for each class. I didn't know.
Yes.
I wasn't aware of that. Did they
I
have
know
that?
it's more
when
like
we-
the court.
Did
More
they
like-
have that when we were at Oakwood? You?
Nah.
I didn't think
Not
so.
the class queens, but they did have Miss
Were me and you
Oakwood.
even here? We were on the aliens trip. Like we were never
Yeah,
on campus.
we wouldn't have been
We
here.
didn't know
I mean,
we didn't know what's going on.
Our lives are consumed with being in
it's-
Oakwood aliens.
It's 10 o'clock. We would be singing the 9th encore right now.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Faith.
Absolutely. The reprise.
No voice.
No voice.
Praying that we could get to a old country buffet or Orion's.
Right.
But great to see the class kings and queens.
Well,
Black-
the young man,
Black excellence.
the young man
At
is
its
Mr.
apex.
Oakwood,
All right.
and then they have Miss Oakwood, and
All
then
right.
they have class queens.
What I love about Mr. and Mrs. Oakwood, if you track the people that, getting into the pageants and getting into that competition, I see so many people that were former Mr. Oakwood or Miss Oakwood that are just crushing it in life.
Absolutely.
At like 30.
Absolutely.
And people are USM, USM presidents, just like W. R. Snell. People that were USM presidents, absolutely just crushing life. And I love to see that. Because as we talk about recruitment, that's what's so great about Oakwood is you get that opportunity to really shine, to be a shining star. You get so many opportunities.
I'm old enough to remember Jet Magazine, where we would
Jet
put in there HBCU Kings and Queens, and I can't tell you how hyped I was
Right.
when I finally saw
That's
the
awesome.
Oakwood King and Queen in Jet Magazine. I felt like we had made it.
I just
as an
remember
organization.
the beauty of the week on Jet Magazine.
I
That's
knew
the
you were
only
going there.
thing-
I knew you was
That's
going
the only
there.
thing I remember about Jet
I don't know
Magazine.
why you brought up Jet Magazine.
It's before I was married, so I can say that.
So here's the deal.
It's a long time ago.
Here's the deal. He got
That's
clear
what I
of
remember.
everything after last year's
what I
halftime
remember.
with
Yeah.
his wife.
I'm
Then he's
just
going to
saying,
jump right back in the pool.
That's all that I remember, and that was a long time ago.
Hopefully she is not listening this time.
I can guarantee you that she's not listening.
I love the chat room. Whoever asked suspect, he said money line under 120 total on the score.
Hey man, we live to serve.
Entertainment purposes only.
This for entertainment purposes only.
Love it. Spot on, ex suspect.
We do not recommend that you bet on the races. We got a little drum corps and drill team action. I think we're about to introduce the players
From all
all
the
the sports teams. It's phenomenal.
So this is the drum corps, and I saw they had earlier the young ladies walking and stepping. What is this specifically? Like, what is this group? Is that just, do they have a specific name on
The
campus?
Black Panthers?
Oh, that's what they are.
Yeah. Last year, I mean, there was the Wakanda.
Yeah.
The drum corps. I mean, honestly, when drum corps competitions really took off, like in the 90s and stuff, and that culture entered into pathfinding, right? And then a lot of those people graduated and came to Oakwood. So, like, even when I was here, there was a group from DC that was really good. I love the fact that they've combined all of these groups.
I just want to butt in. The Michigan Wolverines have lost 27-17 to the Washington Huskies.
Hey,
And this is a bonus though. I don't even care about that. The Tennessee Volunteers are losing 19-14.
It's been a rough day in college football.
Alabama going down, Tennessee about to go down, Michigan going down. Ohio State won 35-7 again.
Nice. Y'all played Iowa today.
We played Iowa. That's like a bye week. But they do play at Oregon next Saturday. Now, we don't encourage you to watch the game at Oregon because it will be during the Sabbath hours. So I'll be taping it and watching it as soon as I get home.
On
from
tape
church.
delay.
We see our good friend Dean Robert Mann, the Oakwood drum corps. I have a lot of stories about Bobby Mann that I can't tell about the Pine Forest days. But shout out to Bobby Mann and his lovely wife, who's an absolutely phenomenal speaker, Kimberly Mann. Really one of the greats of this generation. And I'm not saying that facetiously, Gian. You want to talk about someone that can really preach.
Yeah.
That's really talented. And now we're introducing the Oakwood varsity teams.
Now tonight, we are introducing to you our athletes of Oakwood University. We'd like to start with our AD. The AD is Tyler Woodall.
He's not going to take mine.
Let's hear it for the AD.
Coach Jacobs.
Who serves as the athletic director for Oakwood University.
Now, what do you feel, Gian? Because, we are the home of the Oakwood Ambassadors basketball team. What are some of the things that we can work on? I mean, we have jokes about the record the last couple of years. But when you step up in class, Oakwood have won their league 3 out of 6 years prior to stepping up.
And
so
that's important to
anytime
know.
you step up and go to a different division, you're not going to be good the first couple of years. But I think year 3, this is where you start to turn it around. What does Oakwood have to do this year to kind of scratch out 7, 8, 10 wins?
I mean, I
start to compete more.
I think a lot of it is the recruiting, right? Like, it takes time to build programs, right? And so you're not going to overnight turn, unless you just get like McDonald's All-Americans, which we know are never going to come to Oakwood.
They're not coming to Oakwood.
So, it's kind of like you kind of have to develop the program.
I do believe that Oakwood should get the best player from TA and Pine Forge and Loma Linda, whoever's not going D1. I think those people should go to Oakwood.
But the thing is, our schools are not a secret anymore.
I think that Carlin's son, who's an aspiring, very good basketball player, is going to win a state championship this year, probably. We want to at least be able to recruit someone like him. What can we do to at least stoke some interest?
Well, success breeds success, right? So you got to, by hook or by crook, you got to get one of those kids, and those kids attract other kids.
Right.
And we've been talking on and off about Colorado, but you got a 1-11 program losing by 30 points a game, but who doesn't want to play with Shador and Travis? Right. So you got to get you.
But they're on TV.
Understood. But we do have our community. You got to, like you said, you got to get that signature kid from one of our academies who's wanted by somebody else, maybe the D2, maybe even some D1 offers. You got to get them to come to Oakwood and then turn around and invite their friends.
Right.
Because when I was at Pine Forge, and shout out, Lamont Perry was the best player on my team when I was at Pine Forge. And he came to Oakwood and played for 4 years. A very good player, Oakwood. But I feel like now, I don't know, Gian, if someone like Mont would have come to Oakwood.
No, because the landscape
he would have gone to another school.
Right. And I think that's part of what we need to work on. Like, how do we...
I don't think guys like Skip Peace would have played for WAU now.
No.
Guys that were really good ball players in the Adventist community that had opportunities to play elsewhere.
The landscape is different now with AAU basketball. A lot of our best kids that even do go to academy, they play in AAU programs.
Right.
All the scouts are there. There's no secrets. So we have to compete as an organization to get the kids. We have to tell them that we want them. We have to put the right facilities in place, right?
They got my man. They got my man that was at the game last year. The gentleman
the one
from
that you
Africa.
Said, yes.
They got him on the squad. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, he was absolutely the best.
If I know the ambassadors,
I think he red-shirted though.
if I know the ambassadors the way I know him, he won't play. He'll be sitting on the bench.
Let's not.
That brother could hoop.
Shout out to my cousin
He was
Julius
hooping.
Mitchell, who should take a leadership
Julius
role
Mitchell.
at point guard this year.
He should be the starting point guard.
Well, I mean, starter or not,
He'll be competing.
Yeah, it should be competing.
I felt that Julius played fantastic last year.
And one of my kids,
We were lobbying him to get more minutes.
one of my kids from Nashville, Tennessee, who isn't some damage, Carson Graham, 6'4", shooting guard from Knowledge Academy. That's the NYBA program that Dante Jones is a part of.
I like it.
That my son plays in.
I like it. I see a lot of height out there.
Yeah.
I see some size.
We're creeping up.
Now, what's funny, again, I learned this. I didn't know this. I didn't know that in NAIA, they have brothers that's 6'9" on the wing.
Yeah.
I expect Alabama A&M to have that because they're D1. But when we start playing Talladega and some of these schools, they had guys that 6'8", 6'9", and they were ball handlers.
Yeah, they were
They had
wings.
7-footers. So you just see the talent, how much talent is out there.
Right.
And Oakwood's never had a lot of size, but they've always had a lot of grit.
Sure.
They've always had a lot of heart. People have said over the years that playing a game at Oakwood is almost impossible.
Yeah.
Because people are singing and they're praising the Lord and all of that stuff.
It's our own version of Cameron.
It's our own. It's like
our own version of
it's a mini Cameron.
It's a great place to
Mini
play.
Cameron.
Fair point.
So I'm very curious to see. We'll find out in a couple of weeks when they play Alabama A&M. That's always their first game. And that's always a good litmus test. Alabama A&M is usually somewhere in the middle of the pack.
Right.
SWAC. They've had a couple years where they made the tournament. They were a 15 seed, 16 seed. But if they can be competitive with Alabama A&M, you feel it's going to be a good season. Because I want, Carlin, my hope for Oakwood, how can we be that team that Auburn gives us $100,000 to play, and they beat us by 100. But they write us a huge check.
Yeah.
And you come down. It's like Idaho playing Boise State or Washington or Oregon.
I really do think it's your appetite for non-conference games. Because a few of year before last or a couple years ago, I remember watching ESPN3 and watching Oakwood play Northern Alabama.
Right.
And actually for about a quarter and a half.
That ended badly.
Yeah, it ended badly, but for about a quarter and a half.
They were actually on the ESPN top 10 getting dunked on in that game.
They were factually.
Like I was watching SportsCenter, I was like, man, that's us.
But kids want to be seen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
They want to be seen.
Hey, if you're gonna lose in front of a million people.
Thank you.
Because you might get a Jude Prophet dunk facial on somebody and then you're viral. I'll never forget that man dunked the boy into the bleachers. It was almost a fight that was caused because the Oakwood crowd was so raucous after that play.
Yeah.
And that was amazing.
And by the way, that's what should happen.
Right. Well, Gian and I are old, man. We were about to get out of there. We thought it was about to go south.
Yeah, for this.
We're not here for that. They don't pay us enough for that, man.
But that is those are basketball memories.
It's a
Oakwood
memory.
had before they were even an official team. I remember Brian McKinney from Atlanta, Georgia. They had reaching.
That's OJ's brother.
They had
OJ McKinney's brother.
Reaching. The reaching back weekend or whatever, and they would always stack. Elliot Nunez would come down and stack the team with guys who used to play in the NBA. So they brought in Ralph Dalton from Georgetown. Remember the backup center to Patrick Ewing? He still had the lace-up gray Nikes all the way up to his knee. Brian McKinney dunked on Ralph, 6'11" Ralph Dalton. Now Ralph was done. He was overweight.
Brian was kind of nice though.
Yeah,
Brian
but when he
nice.
dunked on so hard, we literally had to stop the game for 5 minutes because we rushed the floor when he caught that one on him.
Okay.
It was. I mean, it's just moments like that Oakwood generates.
Shout out to my man OJ McKinney, class of '96. He used to carve us up. We used to go at it. OJ was nice.
And his older brother Tony McKinney.
All them McKinney boys could play.
Absolutely.
From Atlanta.
GAAA.
All GAAA. They could hoop. I miss the old days where you just don't have as much. We played GAAA at Pine Forge. We played TA. We played Oakwood Academy every year. I miss those battles.
Yeah. And they made for great rivalries.
They were great rivalries. And it was, there was never any beef or fighting or it was just, we knew that we were going to see Oakwood every year and we were waiting for that game and,
But and back then you have to understand both of the academies would pour into transporting their kids to each other. So 1 year Oakwood would come to Pine Forge, another year we would go to them, and so
it was very competitive. It was awesome, man. I know they still have a tournament at Southwest, but schools don't play as much as they used to.
Well, and the big tournament in Walla Walla too. I don't know if they still do that one.
And I do know
they have it, Carlin. It's at La Sierra.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to cover that tournament as well. That's how I got to know, a lot of the. I got to know a lot of people from Walla Walla and a lot of people from WAU. Shout out to my man, Coach Patrick Crary, man.
Yes.
This man was the coach of one of our institutions.
Yes,
did a phenomenal job with WAU, making them a player, and is now the head coach at Florida A&M University.
Yes, sir. Proud of him.
To show how big it is, and I don't want to use his words. This is a private conversation. I keep in touch with Pat. I chat with him DM.
Yeah.
Pat said something to me that was so profound, it stuck with me. When he got the job at FAMU, I hit him up on the gram. I was like, yo, congrats, man. I've known you forever. I followed you forever. Just, you're an awesome dude. I was like, what is your end game? What do you want to do in your career? I was like, is this the pinnacle? Because you're at a D1 school now. And he said, I'll never forget what he said. He said to me, he said, "Might win an NBA championship." That's what he said to me.
Fact.
And the reason he said, he wasn't saying that to brag. He backtracked. He said, I'm not saying this to be arrogant or to be pie in the sky. He said, the only way that I'll ever be in the Final Four if I say if that's my goal.
Yep.
The only way I'll ever be an NBA coach if I make that my goal. He's like, if you don't shoot for the moon, you're not going to have the chance to be great. And that mindset was just mind-boggling to me. For someone to say to you that you was just coaching an Adventist school that, hey, my goal is to be in the Final Four one day, my goal is to be an NBA coach one day.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And he really believes that. And you don't get to be a D1 coach unless you say, you know what, I'm going to be a D1 coach one day.
Not by accident.
And then you say, you know what, I'm going to be in the Sweet 16 one day. And you say, you know what, I'm going to coach in the NBA one day. And I just love that, man. So shout out to Pat Curry, man.
I want to give a shout out to the new head coach at Andrews University.
All right.
Jared Rusher. One of my guys.
All right.
I was there when he was born. I'm from Niles, Michigan. He came to Oakwood for a little while.
All right.
Lived in Huntsville. Coached at I don't want to say my alma mater, but when I transferred here, I went to Southwestern Michigan to play ball after 2 years. He was the head coach.
Didn't you set the threes? Didn't you set the record for three-pointers in a quarter in Michigan? Did you tell me that?
In high school.
Oh, in high school. Oh, okay.
But he went to Southwestern Michigan.
Can I prove that?
Somebody broke.
Is there a microfilm? Like, I gotta be able to get to the library. And it's what is the Niles Star, the Niles Reporter? What's the name of the
Niles Daily Star?
What's the name of the? I'm not saying that.
It's actually what's called the Niles Daily Star.
There you go.
But Andrews University picked him up from Southwestern Michigan College, and he's now the head coach. He's going into his first season.
That's awesome.
Brought 3 of his players with him. One guy that
Andrews has always had a nice little team.
Yeah, they just had their alumni weekend last week and had an alumni game. And if you want to go watch the highlights,
hey man,
some of our people from South Central there, Andre Creighton, Sonia Creighton's son.
I haven't spent a lot of time at Andrews, but they have good food up there. Still come to Oakwood though. Come to Oakwood.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you visit Andrews, load up on the food. That food was slamming, Gene. I mean, you're right up there with all of the Kellogg is there. So.
Yeah.
I mean,
that food was the bomb.
It was. I'm sorry. It probably still is, because my memory of it is being in high school the first time. I'm being serious. Going on a choir trip from Pine Forge. We get there, and when we get in the cafeteria, I'm like in heaven. I started eating everything I saw in sight. You couldn't stop me from eating anything from there.
So the first time I ever heard the Pine Forge Choir sing was actually at Pioneer Memorial Church in Berrien Springs. They were on a choir trip.
Yeah.
Actually, I witnessed Joey Kibble's first solo with a choir. Right?
Yeah.
We knew their family, but I didn't really know him.
The legendary
The Pine Forge kids lost their minds over the cafeteria up there.
No.
I was like, what are they feeding y'all in Philly, man?
Andrew's cafeteria is top tier. I will fact.
It is. I graduated from there.
As someone that has eaten many a meal there, I'm swearing for it. I'm not even just trying to throw it out there. This is not
confused. I'd be 6'3". You gotta throw that down, big man. You gotta throw that down. But no, the food was fantastic. And, the legend, man, and that's back to. So I mean, tonight we're talking about the basketball greats, and every era has basketball greats. When I was here, Ben Gaskins was the best player on the team. Shout out to Ben Gaskins. I grew up watching Skip Please play, and those are the guys that I looked up to from our era.
Guys before us, Eddie Turner.
Chicago.
I know
Eddie Turner from Chicago.
Man.
Chicago would come into those alumni tournaments and clean house every year. And then your guy, this era, you know, Carlin introduced me to the greatness of Miles Thrash, who is about 134 pounds soaking wet.
Play the Stillman.
And I saw Miles Thrash hit 8 3-pointers in a quarter in a row. I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it. But not just with athletics, Oakwood has such a rich legacy of music that Gian and yourself and me are all a part of. You know, Gian and I were Aeolians. You were a Dynamic Praise. And there's nothing, I don't care what school you go to. I don't care if you go to Harvard. I don't care if you go to Stanford. You will never go anywhere. I don't care if you go to FAMU, Howard, Hampton. You will never go anywhere and see 400 people in a mass choir just crushing it.
And I want to make this announcement.
The DP reunion concerts, I'm not a hysterical person. I'm up there, I'm like, oh Lord. You know, it's just so amazing the musical you have it, Oakwood.
Unmatched.
Right.
The concerts that have been, I've been at each one of the concerts. The choir concert on Thursday night, choir music is back.
Absolutely.
It's 37 choirs on campus, and they all got 50 people in or more. And it was incredible. Choir music is back. Praise God.
And shout out to Jason Ferdinand. Me and Gian had a chance to sing with Jason Ferdinand.
Proud of him.
No, Jason, he's doing big things at UMD at a Big Ten school. Block party.
We haven't said much about the size on this.
A little. That was not legal to do.
It's definitely a travel.
You cannot do that. Jet Turner. His name is Jet. He took a jet. He's traveling.
That's one thing that we're lacking.
He forgot to
this
check
year.
his bags.
We're lacking nicknames this year.
I'm just happy that we have the real names.
Yeah,
we had to do nicknames in the past because we didn't know.
Because we didn't know.
That's true.
We didn't know who these brethren were.
That's true.
And so to Madrid, not that we're being sensitive, but we in the past we've struggled to get the names.
Gabe just mad because the son missed the bunny.
Listen, I want to say this.
I ain't even getting into that.
Ain't nobody being sensitive on here, bro. Now that you've identified
Gabe is
yourself,
family. Like
we don't treat you like the brother that you are, man. Fun.
Right.
Not sensitive at all. I'm just stating facts. Like, this is the first time we got the names.
Gabe, work with your son on his bunnies, man. He's an extremely handsome, athletic young man. You gotta work with him on the bunnies, man. You gotta get him out in the driveway and take it to him.
And if you are tuning in for the first time to an Oakwood broadcast of any kind, this is our culture.
We'll call you out.
We roast each other.
That's true.
Everybody is
true.
fair game.
Yeah,
like, I'm about to talk about the ashy knees on our coach.
Nah, I'm not going to go that far.
Simon Jacobs walking by us right now.
You're getting into Mark territory. We need that press pass for Coach. Team Blue setting up their offense on the right wing, high post. Back out to the right wing. Jet Turner.
Was there a foul called? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
On the shot. Okay.
You know, I'm doing a bit of a shoe check. With each generation, you see less pairs of Jordans.
Yeah, it's true.
You see more Durants,
Kyries.
I see a couple of Kyries.
But also,
you don't see as many Jordans as you used to see.
I know, but that's not. But see,
you
the
don't
thing
hoop
is, they don't think of Jordans to hoop in.
Right.
They think about them as
Turner with the
Now
first
go to
free
the
throw.
mall. Check these dudes out after the game.
right.
Out in the parking lot. You will see nothing but J's.
Turner with the first free throw, cutting the lead down to 33-36. Turner with the second free throw, and that's good.
In fact, do a quick check, James. Look
White,
across
full court press.
look across the front row of across.
Jordans everywhere.
It's Jordans everywhere.
So I think that's what it
Team
is.
White.
Jordans are just looked at as a
Fashion.
shooter set the outfit off.
Yeah.
As opposed to
in the corner to Madrid. I think Madrid was fouled.
Oh.
Chase Jackson really put on the show in the first half, hitting several three-pointers.
And David Graham is my guy. We got to step up the coaching around here. I mean, I'm going to say it with an earshot of him.
Team Blue on the fast break. 3-on-2.
Carlos trying to start trouble.
Oh, very nice cutter on the line. And block party. Team White with the ball up 36-34. Chase Jackson setting up the offense. Moving left to right. Looking for a screen. Doesn't take the screen. He has an ambidextrous feel to him, Kia.
He does. Oh. Nice hands.
Oh, nice pass. Fast break.
One more.
Oh!
Yeah.
Block party.
Now he had Tillis on the wing.
Jet Turner messed around. He messed around and he found out.
Yeah. Chase, I've seen Chase at least jump. He has bunnies, so he can jump.
Apparently. He's sleeping on the 5'10", 5'11" brothers. Some of those dudes put you on a poster legs. Might have been a travel, and you're going to have a jump ball situation.
There you go. There you go, Coach.
Team Blue retaining possession and will be on the inbound. Team White in a man-to-man. And you're going to have a timeout.
Yeah. Team Blue's coach seems very frustrated. So let's hope he can get them together.
Well, the celebration and coronation happened at the end of the first quarter, and I was like, you know, nobody here is in that shape where they can just run off and leave the other team.
Absolutely.
Right?
But that first quarter was very entertaining.
Yes.
He had some back-to-back dunks. He had a body-to-body dunk, which really should have been an and one. And I don't care who you are. You don't want to get dunked on in front of 2,000 people here and another few thousand online.
Yeah, Team Blue really struggled. They had several minutes in the second quarter with no scoring at all.
Absolutely.
It's almost like they're resting, as the old folks used to say, resting on their laurels.
Yeah, there's another run coming. Oh, good hands.
That's good hands, and that's good defense by Madrid, causing a turnover on Austin Geronimo. Madrid with the inbound, excuse me. Chase Jackson setting up the offense. Top key. Now he's on the right wing. Waiting for a screen. Gets a screen. Top of the key. Looking for a cutter. Still dribbling. Trying to split the defense.
Too much.
Gotta give it up.
Oh.
That was a foul called on number 25, Blue.
That's Midwest basketball, though.
Right.
Yes, Chicago, Illinois.
Madrid with the ball at the top of the key. Jab step. Looking for shoots a three. Air ball.
And I think
nice save. He was looking for a call. 2-on-1 fast break. Oh, that's a foul. And that's a foul on Jet Turner. And he will go to the line for two. And he's a little chippy with it, talking to him, letting him know. So he had a too small sign, getting a little chippy.
Yeah, it is getting chippy.
It's getting a little chippy. Coach has got to get control of that. We out here trying to recruit people, man. We just baptized 13 people today. Can't be getting chippy at night. Misses the first free throw.
Yeah, but look who we got preaching for OU Live. We have Myron Edmonds and Deblier Snell. They get chippy in their sermons.
That's true.
I'm not gonna
I
cover that up.
I had the fantastic opportunity to play basketball with Myron Edmonds. There are a lot of pastors who can play ball.
Yeah.
There are a lot of pastors who lie and say they can play ball.
Now, I mean, we'll give it to Myron.
But Myron is not one.
Myron's not one of those that lie about playing ball.
Myron can hoop.
Myron can play ball. I will say that Myron has never seen a shot that he didn't like.
Now
I love
that's
you,
fair.
Myron.
Now that's fair.
But
Talk about
that is true.
Talk about shooting a
you're taking
lot.
23 shots. You're putting up AI numbers in field goals, FGA, field
And
goals attempted.
he'll tell you, I had 24.
You know, the funny thing is, Myron told me
18
once,
for 60.
he said, I take a lot of shots, but
good
he was
three.
like, your job is to get the rebounds for me because you can't shoot. And I was like, well, you got a good point, man. It's like he told me. At least he was honest. I respected his honesty. He said, your job is to rebound my misses.
Score is now, and Blue is down
Blue is down.
by 5. The score is 39-34 White with 4:46 left in the third quarter.
They're lacking poise at the point guard position right now.
I think the high
Blue is.
schoolers kind of, I think Carlin hit it on the head. They had this emotion early in the game. And they came out like gangbusters and maybe getting a little tired. I also think that Chase Jackson's just been dominating and carving them up slowly. And he's going to work right now.
Yeah.
A little bit too much dribbling. Crossover.
I don't know.
Step back three. Nope. He goes in for the
Got him.
shot. Almost got him. Rebounded by Team Jackson now on the left wing. Doing work, looking for a screen. You got to get that ball up.
Yep.
You got it stolen.
Okay.
Now you got Jet Turner
Showtime.
on a showtime. Then he's just go for a smart layup.
Way to get the bucket.
36-39. Too much dribbling for Jackson. Got to move the ball around. Good ball movement, Team White. Wide open three. Wireless three-point basket. 6.
Nice.
And that's what the blue team needs
Nice
to get
shot.
back to. They have a post advantage.
He's made several post plays.
They have post
It's
That
advantage.
is
gotta
their, and I said
throw
it.
a man down
You
there.
heard me say it earlier.
Yeah,
I said
you
that's their advantage.
Yeah.
Jacob Clary. Where's Jacob from? You have a list of where he's from?
The game.
All right. Jacob with the free throw. Missed the
Jacob
free throw.
Cleary, North Cobb High School, Atlanta, GA.
All right, in Atlanta. Team White moving on the break. Takes it all the way to the
Nice.
rim. Number 35. Very nice lay in for Avery Brown. And then Team Blue coming back.
Gotta use the glass.
Jet Turner, another shot for Cleary. Misses. And it's still getting a little chippy. Refs need to step in. It's getting a little chippy. 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in the third quarter.
I mean, I understand having heart and passion, but, you know, like,
We were hoping that President Pollard joins us in a couple of minutes. That's going to be very exciting to have the opportunity to talk to the president of Oakwood University. And shout out once again to our affiliate, HRR Voices, Sirius XM Channel 141. Nobody playing any defense on 25, Bruce Tillis. I would call a timeout based on that. That's no defense at all. And Team White kind of in a raucous, very wild shot by number 4, Keyshawn Harden. Wild dribbling again, Keyshawn Harden. More wildness to the basket.
that foul was on number
Gotta be
25, Bryce Tillis from Chicago.
How many is that on him? How many is that on 25?
Keyshawn Harper. Keyshawn Harden, excuse me, to the line.
Blue subbing in a couple of guys.
Coming in, Jay McDowell from San Francisco, California.
All right.
And then
And,
Dylan Pogan,
Dylan Pogan, yeah.
from OAA.
Who had the
Oakwood
poster.
Academy.
Right. He had the body-to-body poster
He
in
did.
the first quarter. He kind of cocked it back, too.
He did.
That was almost Lion of Judah-esque.
And I think that's what we loved
I
about
know I keep bringing up Jude Prophet, but that dude could ball, man. I'm sorry.
Listen, and what I loved about
He
him
was-
is he would dunk through contact.
Right.
Like, it wasn't like
He
he
was
was
balling.
just.
Yeah.
He was a baller, man. I'm sorry. Who was the
He
guy?
dunked like he wasn't 175
Who was the other
pounds.
guy
Right.
from Detroit that was really tall that played the previous year, could play?
Ed Stewart.
Team White on the fast break. Number 4, Keyshawn Harden goes for the scoop, and it's fouled.
This feels like B-League on a Tuesday night in Ashby Like everybody's running 100 miles an hour.
Why it's gotta be
both
B
ways.
League? Why it gotta be B League?
Because
man?
B League put up more points than A League. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
But they're not. Nobody getting dunked on in B League. Man.
Are you kidding me? What years are you talking about?
Not when I was there.
Man, when I was there, you talking about? We used to play. We had a freshman team. We were all freshmen. We played against Oakwood Academy. That's when they were loaded. Yeah, I mean, like Stanton Doolin, Dave McClendon,
Stanton Doolin's pretty tall.
Carlton,
He has some bunnies.
Ricky Peters.
I don't know if
That
you've
was
seen
clean
Stanton play now.
Brendan Roddy.
Stanton is
still out there?
nice.
I
He
believe
still
it.
plays, and his J is wet now.
Stanton is no
if Stanton
joke,
had
man.
any cartilage in his knees, he'd still be playing.
him and Avery, man.
Avery, I
They used
forgot
to
Avery
come,
was
when
on
I
that
was at
team.
Oakwood, Stanton and Avery would come in and they would give us the business. They were
I'm
like
telling
the
you,
OGs.
they were
like,
loaded.
Yeah.
When Avery was on that team.
Avery's
as
my
well.
guy, man.
It'd be
He's good
130 to 135. I met Carlton's nephew today, and he was just like, "Yeah, he used to tell us about those games where you guys, it was like
Miss free
college
throw for
freshman
Jet
versus-"
Turner while we're talking.
Yeah.
Those are the days,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, good.
But he's letting the frustration Jet Turner.
I didn't know that they
get to
played
him.
B League.
Yeah, that back then they
I would
did.
assume that they played A
Married
League. Who
student.
played A League if they were playing B League?
Well, because they were in high school.
Oh, got
So
it.
it was Oakwood
Got it.
Academy. They didn't play against other schools
Got
back
it.
then.
Right.
So they played
yeah,
in
they
the
always
B League.
played. They always played the B
Yeah.
League. Right. And would frequently win.
Yeah. One of the top teams. So
They,
it'd be
they
the
won B
married
League my
students,
first year at Oakwood.
The married students, the faculty and staff, with Ted Rivers and all them.
Right.
They would low post you to death. Right. The married students had Tom Donnelly. People didn't know Tom Donnelly was an All-American. Not All-State. He was All-American.
Right.
He just happened to be 5'7". Right. Coming averaging 35 in B League. But
Well, I saw Kenny Charles walking around here.
Kenny.
And I'm good friends with Lorian. You know, we were classmates. And I remember this story. Kenny, and I shouldn't be telling this, Kenny dunked on Dean Medley, Anthony Medley, in an intramurals game. And like the next week, I think he tore something in his knee because he was on crutches, and people were like, "That's what happens when you dunk on the dean of the school." But he dunked on Dean Medley really badly. Like it was really, it was like baseline. It was bad. Like it was.
Dean Medley
bad.
challenged it. And
It was
everything.
really bad.
It was
Like,
it was awful.
It was bad.
When
And every time I see Kenny to this day, I mean, this was 25 years ago. I still remember Kenny dunking on Dean Medley. That's the first thing I think about when I see him. To this day.
when I was at Andrews my senior year, Kenny Charles and Edmund Boss Mead from Virgin
remember,
Islands,
yep.
they used to dunk on everybody.
Team White setting up their offense. Left wing. Back out to the top of the key. That's a good shot, but missed front rim. Rebounded, and then off. I think that's a turnover on Dylan Jules.
No, they're calling it as white ball still.
Okay.
I don't know if I agree with that call, but here we are. Scores 47-41 White with 1 minute and 12 seconds left in the
Get
third
down
quarter.
to the home stretch. Inbound for Team White.
The blue team is still struggling with their offense.
And now you have a timeout for the blue team. All right, Team White on the inbound.
Good
and
steal.
And a turnover. And now Team Blue is moving right to left, trying to set up their offense. Jet Turner. Back out, and little malfeasance there on Micah Samuels.
And the blue team coach, he's visibly frustrated.
To it with his point guard.
The legendary David. Is on the court, man.
Shiloh Sons. Shiloh SDA.
I mean, my great. She's a Shiloh person. So
4 basketball.
Gary, Indiana. You're a Midwest person. You're the brethren was strapped up.
Yes. East Chicago.
And we're not
Gary,
talking about
Benton
we're not talking about street dudes that were ringers. We're talking about the first deacon.
I was
the first deacon had the K on him.
I was at the game where Flint SDA got the death penalty because of a fight.
Right.
Ben Harbor.
And
Michigan.
Ben Harbor was on that list.
Yes, sir.
Person about to join us.
Thank you.
get fouled with 40 seconds left. But a true VIP, in a landmark opportunity for our network that Guy and Alexa sit with President of Oakwood University.
Yes, Dr. Leslie Pollard.
Absolutely.
That's me. I don't want to be saying anything, boy.
No.
Oh, you're fine.
You're fine. You put it in because it'll help you hear us better.
Oh, good.
Also,
there you go.
And also, it's
All right.
That you're taking with us during OU Live, our broadcast here this
My
evening.
pleasure.
Just to kind of, you've served Oakwood in different capacities.
I have.
Because I remember when I first came to Oakwood, you were actually the senior pastor for the Oakwood University Church.
Right. I was.
So,
I've seen it on all sides.
So what changes have you seen over the years in both education and ministry?
Okay, so it's the way that merged, so that in the local congregations, if we're talking about at that level, especially in the large cities, you have very, very strong lay populations who help to move the church forward, and that's really the way it should be. Today I was with Dr. Harrington Akombwa, the president of the Southern African Ocean Division, and I asked him a question. I said, what's the biggest Africa and the U.S. when it comes to the churches?
Yeah.
He said the belief that in America you all believe that every church should have one pastor. He said when I started as a pastor I had 58 churches. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
He said, but here was the good side of that. It meant the lay people had to run the ministry.
Yeah.
Because I'm just one person. So it's something to think about as we think about the church as it goes forward. What I've seen is in places where we can support it. Good shot. Good shot. We've got to figure out how to empower lay people. Good move. How to empower lay people to actually take up and carry ministry.
Okay. Absolutely.
Since COVID, we've lost about 100 institutions just because of financial difficulty.
Yeah.
And they're all in our sector, our size category. So part of what's being worked on now, the code that everyone is trying to crack, is how do small faith-based institutions, how do they survive and thrive in an environment where students have so many choices?
Yeah.
That's what we're dealing with.
And I definitely understand how we were talking earlier. When I came for back then what was college days.
Right.
I stayed on this young man's on the floor in his room. And for me, you didn't have to tell me anything.
Right.
So, but definitely great hearing your perspective about how things have shifted, especially in the educational space.
And with who makes the decision for college.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a huge change. There was never a question. If my parents said I'm going to Oakwood, I'm going to Oakwood.
Right. And it was the same for me.
Yeah.
So parents are both Oakwood alums.
Yeah.
They told me I was going to Oakwood,
and
I actually wanted to go.
I did too.
It was fine.
I did too.
I don't think that we could imagine not going to Oakwood.
Right.
That's right.
It wasn't even really a thought that we
But
would.
to your point, I do know that young people these days, if they tell their parents, I would prefer not to, the parents just say, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I've had parents say to me, I say, about this? Tell me in what world, one parent, tell me in what world an 18-year-old knows what they're going to value at 38 and 48.
Right.
Wow.
Tell me what 18-year-old knows that when I get to be 38 or 48, I'm going to value having gone to Oakwood, having this network of friends, having these lifelong commitments. So she said, I never thought about that. I said, but that's why God gives them parents.
Yeah,
I believe That's why he gives them parents.
I think you told a great story this morning, Dr. Pollard, Oakwood, and how you saw her.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And you said, hey, I'm gonna go.
Right, that's right.
And that's an element of Oakwood that is understated.
And it's
so
real.
important. Right.
And it's real. It's real. When you look at the marriage, do you realize that the most? Okay, so I read a book. Don't get me talking. I read a book called.
No, go on. Go on.
No, marriage is marriage for white people.
Yeah.
The least marriageable person in the United States is an educated black woman.
Wow.
She's got the worst outcomes.
Wow.
In the United States. Why is that? And where is she going to have her other than an HBCU?
And what you're saying here is the point that I try to. You don't know this. My niece is a senior at Oakwood.
Oh, okay.
And so since she's been,
Right.
I have been driving home that point. I was like, you're never, ever
going to have this concentration.
I said, you think that it's going to exist somewhere else
It's
after
not.
you graduate, and it will not.
It's not in the field. I'm in the field all the time. It's not in the field.
So
it's at Oakwood. And it's legitimate. See, people like to make jokes about stuff like that. But when I talk to my white counterparts, as I did this week, who are working at Adventist institutions, they are very clear that one of the reasons we want you to come to Union, to Southern, to this one, to that one, education. Oh, yeah. Study, do that well, but keep one eye on the book and the other on the look, so you know. Yeah, right. So you have a sense. You'll have an opportunity.
Yeah. And yeah, so thank you for sharing that. I want to kind of shift gears a little bit and
please.
just talk to you about, like, what are some of the fundamentals of executive leadership that you use for governance and that are aligned with what our school's mission is in that context?
Yeah. So that's a good question. So I've been in higher education for the last 30 years. I always knew that I would end up in higher education in some way. Even when I was here, I minored in education.
Yeah.
So I always knew that. So I knew my life would be that of a clergy academic. I kind of knew that. And I've been in administration for 30 years. So
you did a lot of great things at Loma Linda.
Oh, man, I had a great time at Loma Linda.
We spent a lot. Again, and I both spent a lot of time as AO Loma Linda.
Yeah, Loma Linda. Wonderful
We remember
place.
the rec center that you built when you were at Loma Linda and how awesome that was.
Yeah, and that's what we want to build here too.
Right.
A health and wellness center. We need one. Look at this space that we're in right now.
Right.
Imagine this on the Oakwood campus.
Beautiful.
Imagine us bringing this graduation and alumni weekend and everything.
Absolutely.
That would be wonderful. And that's what we're working for. So in terms of executive leadership, it starts with a vision. And then it moves toward getting people who are coming back with all of his experience in the field. And he had worked here in recruitment before in the 80s.
So we were actually here when he was working in recruitment.
Yeah. So he almost had no learning curve when he came back. Some subtleties, some nuances, some things that have
things
changed.
are different, right.
But the fundamental methods didn't change. And we're seeing the result of it. This is one of our very best Oakwood lives. One of the best organized, one of the best executed, and certainly one of the more spiritual ones, which is nice.
Good. And
so executive leadership requires vision. Because as they say, where there is no vision, there will be supervision. So there you go. Quote that. That's a wise man said that. Say where there is no vision, there must be supervision.
Right.
So vision, and then having the right people to execute, and identifying the resources to pay for the execution.
Right.
And that's where HBCUs tend to be challenged. We tend to be challenged around resources. Really stepped up for how much has been given this year over last year. $4.5 million versus $2.5 million. So alums vote with their pocketbooks.
And
not with their opinions.
No, listen.
Okay, y'all mighty quiet. Church got quiet. Not with their opinions.
You're talking to somebody. Listen,
With their
I work in
pocketbook.
finance, so I'm with you on that.
That's exactly right.
Both of us work in finance.
Yeah, so
That's right.
that's not something that's for. I'm with you.
That's right.
You know,
I got an MBA. I them all the time. I say I'm the first president who's had an MBA. Let me tell you something. That you vote with your dollars, not with your opinions.
Right.
We appreciate them, welcome them, but we can't spend them.
And I want to say, we have you on the line. If you're just tuning in, we're talking to, Dr. University. I want to say, Gian and I are both products of your business department.
Oh,
both executive level individuals. So we're proof, by the grace of God, not through our own talents,
that's
but
right.
Oakwood turns out some really intelligent people.
Stellar. That's
so
what those are the stats.
Those
are the stats I was quoting today. I teach in the business department.
Right.
I have I have an appointment in religion, and I have an appointment as a full professor in the business department.
Right. Well, one thing I will share with you, you talked about the network in terms of that you get at Oakwood. I tell you all the time, the job I have now is because of the Oakwood network.
Right? Wow.
And it cannot be understated enough. Right. It's literally like, I want to hire I need a finance person. Well, you know what? I know this guy. He's good.
Wow.
This is his name.
Yeah.
Put me in contact. Here I am.
Wow.
And
Thank God. I got to share that story.
Yeah. That can't be understated. And so, while you might say, well, I want it, but that network is invaluable. It literally is.
It's invaluable. My college president, Calvin Rock, is still in my life.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? 40 years later. And again, Dr. Baker is still in the lives of students who were here when Dr. Reeves, before he passed. And I am. People graduated in 2011 and 12 and 13. Yeah. Look at Antoine. Wow. I've been helping him with his Antoine Knight in Detroit.
Yep.
Shout out to Antoine. Running for city council. School board.
School board. Yep.
Running for school board.
He and I are connected on LinkedIn. So
I'm encouraging him. And if it works out good, if it doesn't, we know how politics is. Often people run 2 or 3 times before something breaks through. So we know that. But Oakwood, the message is a message of community, belonging, and a message of support that lasts not just for 4 years, but for 40 years and 45 years and forever. That's what Oakwood represents. And I really do. I don't mean it in the wrong way. I know the internet vigilantes are going to misquote me when I say it. But I often feel sad when people tell me that they're going to a different school other than Oakwood. Because I'm looking beyond the 4 years. I'm looking down at the kids there at that school. And I said to the black kids, they were complaining about racism and other things like that. So it obviously was a PWI, Adventist PWI. And I said to them, well, why don't you go to Oakwood? And they said to me, now this is in the 1980s when I was working there. They said, because we want more diversity. I said, okay. Fast forward about 30 years later, I see one of these students coming and registering their child at Oakwood. I said, do you remember that conversation we had when we were in the cafeteria? Yes. I said, and you're bringing your child to Oakwood. Yeah. For yourself, you wanted diversity. What changed? And the person said, my sense of belonging. I have been back to that school, and they don't even know that I attended there. They don't even remember that I attended there. And I don't want that for my child. I want to break that up. Mm-hmm. And I have other friends, even before he passed, Dr. Daniel Honore, who was the president of Northeastern at the time.
Yes.
He sent every one of his children to Oakwood for that reason. He said, I went to a different school, and there are times when I'm so lonely that I would never wish that on my children.
Wow.
So Oakwood is real, and the connections and the meaning and the belonging and the community, it all really, really matters. And that's a unique value dimension of Oakwood, and that's why we're doing college days.
If I could jump
college
in,
days.
if I could jump in as we get towards the end of the game, Dr. Leslie Pollard has sat with us, president of Oakwood University, for the fourth quarter. We really appreciate your time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Never want to get the plug for Sirius XM Satellite Radio, as this is airing on Sirius
Oh, yes,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Radio. How can we, the alums, how can we step in and help, with recruitment? How can we help to make Oakwood, kind of bring it back to the golden era when Ian and I were here?
Absolutely.
They had 2,300 students. Just really, how can we help as alums to get it back to where it was and support you as the leader.
Oh,
of the
sure,
institution.
absolutely, of course, and I welcome that. First of all, recognize that it's more challenging now, so it's going to take more effort on the part of alums to assist us at recruitment. There is such a thing as called the demographic cliff, where we have fewer and fewer people who are choosing college, fewer who are eligible for college. So I would say every alum can do three things. Every time you see a child, not only do you need to encourage them to come to Oakwood, but reach out to one of us at Oakwood so that we can follow up. Don't leave it to the, don't leave it to the student. 52, 55.
Last couple of seconds of the game.
Yeah, two exciting games tonight.
Absolutely.
So what alums can do is they can encourage, they can also connect. You know who people are. Call people and tell them, my number is public. I give it to people. Text me. You've got a student who's interested in Oakwood. When you text me, I guarantee you we follow up on those students. We follow up. That's what alums can do. And it's going to take twice the effort because there are fewer people and there's more competition for those fewer people. The demographic cliff is real, and so the competition is more intense.
Well, one last thing, if you could kind of share, because I know you probably have some of the stats of how many people have.
Okay, good, yeah. So we've got 644 who registered this year. We've got already into Oakwood.
Very
Very good.
Yeah, so just thank you so much for
Thank
taking
you.
time.
Thank
Definitely
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for what you all are doing.
Absolutely. Good night.
All right.
Good seeing you.